Hello and welcome back to Chasing the Target. We're inching closer and closer to the beginning of the IPL. And today, the teams that we're previewing are the El Clasico teams, the most successful teams in the Indian Premier League. We have Mumbai Indians and Chennai Super Kings. I would first like to introduce my co-host, Mr. Faisal. How are you doing, sir?
It's good. I'm good. I'm good. Finally, Mustafa is starting the stream. Go back to old days in it, and yeah, Mumbai Indians and Chennai Super Kings, भाई दोनों El Clasico सही सही नामदार है. Real Madrid and the thing, considering one has five and one has four. IPL titles. Rohit Sharma, MS Dhoni. Always when these guys get together on the pitch, it's something different. They've had number of finals over the years, but the last final that they had each other and Mumbai beating Chennai in a dramatic ending. Yeah, and definitely ये दो टीमों की जितनी भी बात करें उतना कम है because what they've achieved individually and what they've bought the IPL, their set of fans are incredible. So yeah, lots to look forward today.
Yeah, I mean, Chennai Super Kings have a fan base which is worldwide. America se leke India tak, they have fans everywhere. Mumbai Indians, they do have a very good fan base, especially in Mumbai, also very successful. I think one difference in it is that I think Chennai is a more consistent team overall. Agar aap 15 saal dekh liye, to they're in the playoffs a bit more. Even if they lose, they don't win that year, they're still in and around, contention for the title. Whereas Mumbai Indians blow hot and cold. आके
Hmm.
टाइटल जीत जाते रहे तो they come like last year they finished last or they come outside of the top four. So I think that's
Hmm.
one difference that I see. Maybe like once or twice I saw Mumbai in the finals and lose. Otherwise, it's very rare. Whereas Chennai, from the start, even the first season they were in the finals. So that's the difference that I see. Which team do you want to start off with?
We start off with Amchi Mumbai because obviously I know बहुत ज़्यादा I think collectively Dhoni के fans बहुत ज़्यादा है more than Chennai के fans and like a lot of people love Dhoni including myself and I think we'll start in Mumbai to get them out because मेरे को मालूम है for a fact not just Mustafa bhai but also a lot of people around the क्या बोलते हैं sports industry have been wrecking their head दिमाग खराब हो रहा है कि भाई ये 11 कैसा बनाएंगे मुंबई इंडियंस का
Right,
Mustafa bhai
right.
particularly had a very very hard time where he didn't understand like in a particular moment he was stuck कि भाई मैं किसको डालूं ये टीम में बुमराह नहीं होने की वजह से इतना बड़ा प्रॉब्लम आ
Yeah.
गया फिर lots of injuries also there which we'll discuss so we'll first go to Jio Dhandanathan sir Ambani sir की जो टीम है uh, so we're gonna move to the Mumbai
While
Indians.
you're doing that, I'll just take some comments. Hello, kaise ho, guys? What's up? Chirag bhai, thank you for joining us. Ganchu bhai, thank you for joining us. Hello, hello. Hope both of you are doing well, and whoever is joining us, hope everyone is good. This is the Mumbai squad.
Yes, sir. This is the Mumbai squad. We've got Captain Rohit Sharma, six-time champion, five-time to Mumbai, one time with Deccan Chargers. Tim
Hmm.
David, an amazing find from the BBL. What I've seen him, he's been fantastic there. Ishan Kishan has a little bit of a down season up for bowling any apart from the December 200 that he scored against Bangladesh. It's been downhill from there. Christian Stubbs, a zabardast SA20 bhai अपन देखे and Mustafa has always backed this guy to be one for the future. Tristan Stubbs. Ramandeep Singh, I'm not very sure about him. Vishnu Vidhan, I'm not very sure. Nehal Vadera, on the other hand, yes, he is a good batsman. Domestic circuit, mein, he's got a hundred as well. I think it's for Punjab that he plays. So Nehal Vadera is one guy that he can bat. Surya Kumar Yadav, Mr. 360. This is his game, right, Mustafa?
Hmm.
ये 50 ओवर का नहीं होगा तो 20 ओवर का तो उसका उसका अड्डा है भाई वनटाई का अड्डा है
Yeah,
तो
I
या
think 100%. That's
मूविंग
the
ऑन
this is the
या
strength. This is the strength. The batting is the thing. If you look at it, a brilliant combination between Indian players who are international as well as foreign players. A very good mix of experience and youth. And yeah, the batting is stacked. I have no issues with the top six. I think that's gonna be easy. The problem is now what you're gonna come to with the bowling.
Now we've got the all-rounders where we got Deval Brevis, which again another SA T20, very good SA T20. He has that incredible 150, 160 that he scored a few balls. एंड देन या पीयूष चावला मंजावा खिलाड़ी, आईपीएल का सबसे पुराना खिलाड़ी, वन ऑफ द ओल्डेस्ट प्लेयर्स टू प्ले इन द आईपीएल फ्रॉम इट्स इनिशिएशन, राइट? पीयूष चावला कोलकाता पंजाब पंजाब किंग्स 11 कहाँ के खेल के है। कैमरन ग्रीन बेबी 16 करोड़ रुपीस राइट देयर माय मैन। 16 करोड़ रुपए राइडिंग ऑन दिस 6'8" बीस्ट। नेक्स्ट लेवल खेला अभी इन द बॉर्डर गवास्कर भी जबरदस्त परफॉर्मेंसेस थे उसके। ही वाज अ वेरी बिग game changer at times where he came up in the third test or the second test. So मेरे लिए, I'm putting my money on Cameron Green to be one to look out for. Shams Mulani and Tilak Verma also another IPL asset. These are the all our bowlers. This is जहाँ पे मुंबई की सबसे बड़ी problem है according to a lot of people including Mustafa. So Mustafa, you walk us through the bowlers and let us know what are the problems, where are the weaknesses that we're finding. Cracks कहाँ हैं ये pitch में?
Oh, Indian fast bowlers is a big problem. They have Archer, lekin then Berendorf. He's not really proven. Yeah, he's had decent big bash and everything, but international wise or even in other leagues, he's not that profound. So that's another issue. Spinners is a problem as well. Yes, Piyush Chawla is there. Ritik Shokin is an option. They have options over the Kumar Karthike as an option as well. But yeah, they don't have any standout Indian pacers and they don't have any standout spinners. And this is the problem when you go for high budget players like Bumrah and Archer. You depend on them to play every single game. Now, if they were both fit and playing every game, this team is outstanding. They will win the IPL or they'll finish in the top four for sure. Now the problem is जब आप Bumrah नहीं है और Archer का अभी he's coming back from fitness, he's not at 100%. This is going to be your issue, and I think it's going to be very difficult, in my opinion, for them to handle the bowling. Now, someone like Arshad Khan, you can slot him in over there. Ritik Shokin can bowl some good offies. Archer needs to have a season like he did against with Rajasthan in 2020. अजय तेंदुलकर को शायद गेम नहीं मिलेगा, बट समटाइम्स आई एम टेम्प्टेड टू पुट हिम इन द टीम. तो यहाँ पे इन लोगों को प्रॉब्लम होने वाला है. एंड यू रिमेंबर फेज लाइक सक्सेसफुल टीम्स हैव अ वेरी गुड बॉलिंग अटैक आल्सो. इफ यू सी दिस इज इफ धोनी हैड दिस टीम, आई वुड स्टिल थिंक दे कुड डू समथिंग, जुगाड़ करके आ जा सकते हैं. बट अदरवाइज इट्स वेरी डिफिकल्ट टू हैंडल दिस बिकॉज देयर इज नो वन who is like stand out and can pick up like 20 wickets in a season or 16 17 wickets in a season. ये मेरे को थोड़ा मुश्किल दिख रहा from Mumbai's point of view. And the star bowler also Jofra Archer, he's not in that rhythm that we
100%,
normally
he's
see
not
him in.
100%, 100% है, 100% तो नहीं है अभी. और ऑल्सो मेरे को ये है कि भाई जाय रिचर्डसन भी रहता तो मे भी थोड़ा बहुत उन लोग को अच्छा रहता कि भाई जाय रिचर्डसन तो भी he has good pace and like you said बेहेंड्रॉफ इतना मंजावा नहीं है चले, बट ही गॉट डोमेस्टिक सर्किट में T20 में अगर अपन देख रहे हो उसके स्टार्ट्स अच्छे हैं, 138 विकेट्स और लेके हैं उन्होंने. But IPL is a different ball game. Indian conditions are something else. You don't get a lot of bounce on, that you do get in down under. So, mere liye, this will going to be something very important to see how he, sort of soaks up the condition. They have Duan Jansen as well, who is, I think, the brother of Marco, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah, he is. Yeah.
Yeah. So most of the bowling department goes to the spinners. The only fast bowler that we know is Jofra Archer. Bumrah is a very big miss, man. This is definitely
पूरी
going to
टीम
bring
खराब हो
Mustafa,
गई
but
उसकी इंजरी
but
के
I
साथ.
think but the silver lining in this grey cloud जो अपन बोलते हैं, I think Cameron Green रह सकता. He is a fast bowler. He is a good enough bowler to restrict runs. So
Mगर
that's
again,
why I'm
Cameron
betting on
Green,
him.
when is the last time you saw him bowl consistent 4 overs on the trot, like for Australia or anything like that? Like I haven't seen it that even when he plays test matches, उसको छुपा के लेके आते. It's not like he bowls 20 overs in a test match. So again, that's going to be a test. Yes, he has that ability. He can bowl, but he's not proven. That's my problem. My problem is there's no proven bowlers over there except for Jofra Archer. That's my issue. And spinners as well, like Rana Bhai, Virat Bhai has mentioned, spinner की कमी है. Whoever's in the comments, please let me know what your Mumbai 11 is because मेरे को तो समझ में नहीं आ रहा. And yeah, Cameron Green is an option, but I would rather keep him as my fifth, sixth bowler. But in this team, he might be your third seamer. Is that like, and that is going to be something I'm not sure. Like I'm 100% not sure. On the day, anything can happen. They can have Cameron Green can pick up a fifer or anything like that. But on paper, I'm not convinced. That's what I would say. On paper, मेरे को उतनी वो नहीं है उम्मीद ये team से, especially with the ball. Batting wise, they're sorted. I don't think they have a problem with the bat. Surya Kumar, the best T20 batsman going out there. Ishan Kishan didn't have a good couple of seasons, but we know the talent he has. Rohit Sharma, again, Mumbai Indians के लिए with the bat hasn't shown that consistency. But we know what Rohit Sharma can do, in particular 100%. In the IPL. Christian Sub, outstanding talent. They have what's his name, Cameron Green. is a floater also. He can open the innings if you want. He can bat in the middle order.
Yeah.
Tim David is a brilliant finisher as well. So they have options in the bat. I'm not no issues with the bat. The ball is still a problem. Chirag bhai is asking when is Brevis an all-rounder. Him and Valma are not all-rounders, but they can bowl. Like, Brevis
Yeah,
does bowl leg spin
Brevis has like
when
14
required.
wickets and T20. I think which leg spin dalta
He
one,
can
right?
bowl leg
If I'm
spin.
not, he
Yeah, he
bowls leg
can bowl.
spin.
I've
Yeah,
seen him bowl. I've seen
yeah,
him bowl at under 19 level as well. So he can bowl, but yeah, again, he might not be used. I think more. What's his
Mulani,
name?
Shams Mulani. Acha, Tim David,
No, Tim David can. I think I'll consider him
bowl
more in terms of an
all
option.
rounder.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think he can. He can bowl, and he's an off spinner. Power play maybe use kar sakte against the left arm.
Yeah, Shams Mulani does have a good record, bowler Chirag Bhai, and yeah, I do see that like 127 wickets है उसके पास. T20 circuit का अगर अपन खाली 100 and नहीं, sorry, he has 40 wickets, sorry. So he can bowl as well. I mean, there are part-time bowlers, Chirag Bhai. The problem over here, what Mustafa Bhai is mentioning and what other people across the discussion जो चल रहे हैं, on YouTube या Harsha Bogle, whoever you want to say, are having the problem where they do not have any recognized bowlers apart from Jofra Archer. ऋतिक शौकीन है, कुमार कार्तिक किया है, ये है, नो डाउट है, बट ये कोई भी आईपीएल में निकल. सो मुस्तफा, कमिंग टू नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन, डू यू थिंक इट्स टाइम अर्जुन तेंदुलकर?
I don't think he's ready on that level to play every game. He should play one game. I think he should play 1 or 2 games. You have to test him out because they don't have options. So, like, to get that balance there, I think they might have to try him here and there. But yeah, you cannot play him every single game. I don't think he is ready for this level. And that's why usko thoda chupa ke rakh rahe. Last year was the best time to play him when they got knocked out. And they didn't do that. I was kind of upset with that. But again, he's not going to convince me to play every single game. Arjun Tendulkar agar 4 over dal sakta hai ye level pe, mere liye mushkil hai bhai. I know he plays for Goa, but Goa is not like on that level
Yeah.
like a Mumbai. So I'm not really convinced with Arjun Tendulkar as well. Arshad Khan, I think, is an option that they can use if they want to go bat heavy. You can bring in a Brevis in that 11, drop a Barendorf and try an Arshad Khan. That's an option that they can use. I think the impact sub is something that Mumbai will play around with. They will have to
Yeah.
use it
Yeah.
because they might have to start with that extra bowler and then bring a batsman or bring in a extra bowler in the end. They'll have to use that. All-rounders bhi thodi kami hai. Piyush Chawla, Deval Brevis, Tilak Verma, Shams Mulani. No, like Cameron Green is the only all-rounder for me in this team, like proper,
Yeah.
who can. And again, he's not proven like with the ball as he's not as consistent in the T20 format. So he's the only all-rounder over there. So for this team, the impact player will be very, very, very important for Mumbai Indians.
Yeah, 100%. And that'll be interesting how Rohit Sharma plays around with it. Who is going to sit out specifically to just keep as a impact player, right? And I think most of it will be depending upon the situation. और कुछ भी नहीं हो सकता. He'll have to see कि भाई अगर हमारी बैटिंग पूरी आउट हो गई तो बैट्समैन को लाना पड़ेगा. But bowling भी उतनी strong नहीं है कि अगर आप बैटर को ला लिए तो फिर बॉलर का फील्ड को फोर्थ होल्ड कौन करेगा. So that's going to be a very big problem in that sense कि भाई मुंबई really all of their top 6 have to bat bang on. कोई भी can't have a bad day. बैड डे आ गया तो फिर बैट्समैन अगर स्पेशलिस्ट आ गया तो बॉलिंग तो पिटने वाली है आपकी.
That's the thing, but also like I think this is a chase kind of team, and even if they have to chase 200, they can do it. So they have to rely, you have to play to your strengths, and back your bowlers. Try something different. If Rohit Sharma brings in a Tim David in the power play, or he tries Cameron Green in the power play, do something like that. But then again, death overs apart from Archer, that's another problem that's going to have. I think teams will target the death overs against Mumbai Indians. Lekin with the batting that they possess, if everyone is in form and they're clicking, then I think that they can chase down big scores. So and it's also not like, even if you have a weaker bowling attack, it's not like teams will always score 200 against you. So there will be times even these bowlers, makeshift bowlers, can come and pick up wickets and restrict the team. And if that happens, then Mumbai Indians have a good chance in that way to win matches. But it is very difficult, man, when you have a bowling attack like this. There is a lot of unknowns over here, and you need your unknowns to step up. You need like a Siddharth Trivedi kind of season from Arjun Tendulkar or
Yeah,
Arshad Khan, something like
yeah.
that, right? वैसा कुछ होना आपसे. मगर on paper it's very difficult to lift this team when it comes to bowling.
100%. The bowling is definitely a concern. Just Virat Bhai says कि Shubman Gill and Arjun Tendulkar मजा आएगा. किसको मजा आएगा? I know what you're saying.
मेरे
And
को मजा
am
आएगा भाई. I think that will be a good contest.
yeah, winner takes all, huh? Am I as a team to chase any target but not to defend one? Toss will play a big role for exactly. That's my point, Chirag bhai. But toss also the factor that people can change their teams depending upon the situations and stuff. It's not going to play a very big factor. So what do you think?
I think it will still, you still like to chase with this team. If you see this team, I don't think 200 will be safe if they're defending. But when they're chasing, the 200
Yeah.
won't be safe for the bowling team either because of that batting lineup. And I always believe that you need to play to your strengths. You still have a decent team, and you have to try and think. So toss will be important. Of course, there will be times where maybe you have to bat first and outscore the opposition, score 230 instead of 200, and then your
Hmm.
bowlers, even agar pit gaye, to you have that cushion. So you always have to rely on that. And look, if Archer can produce those 4 overs that he used to for Rajasthan, where he was almost unplayable,
Playable,
then
yeah.
even like Arshad Khan or somebody from the other end can come pick up wickets. Because if you're putting pressure from one end, then they will try to attack you, and that's where the wicket taking options will come. Catches will fly in the air, and you will have options. So it all depends on the way Archer bowls, and like Berendorf as well. If they can get wickets in the power play, put pressure, then yes, they have an option batting first and winning. But they have their batting needs to be on top of things. They can't let it slip like they did last year. If you see last year, no one was informed. Ishan Kishan, Rohit Sharma, and look, neither at the starts that you wanted from the
Hmm.
Mumbai Indians.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting how Rohit Sharma also sort of designs the entire bowling innings, right? Two from Jofra Archer, then who comes and Jason is there with him. Then who comes next? Maybe a Cameron Green. But spinners ka rotation will be main for me. Ke bhai, how are you going to play spinner? Tim David is a very good option because I've seen BBL mein he bowls those overs and picks up quick wickets as well. So even he's a very good shot. But all in all, like you said, man, once it comes to that like 16th, 17th over, that is where Rohit Sharma will be probably chewing his nails,
Yeah.
right?
I heard a lot about Kumar Karthikeya as well. People have him in his predicted 11s, in their predicted 11s as well. He bowls some spin, and he could be someone that to watch out for. Ritik Shokin, we saw glimpses of him last year,
Yeah.
and India also were looking to bring him in as a net bowler here and there. So Ritik Shokin has that talent. So let's see. We need these youngsters to step up. Again, it's a lot of pressure, right? Like they have to step
Yeah.
up on the big stage, play game in game out. It won't be that easy for them. Piyush Chawla has a lot of experience. If I told you Piyush Chawla and Virat Kohli are the same age, would you believe me?
No, sir, because it looks like Piyush doesn't go to the gym and Virat is always in the gym.
Yeah, they're the same age. I mean, Piyush Chawla is 34, so he still has a few years of cricket in him, and he has the experience as well. Also, if
Yeah.
you remember, there was a podcast. I think, was it Gaurav Kapoor? Not Gaurav Kapoor. It was Rana Kapoor from Cricket Info. He mentioned that, I was doing shows with Piyush Chawla, and he was saying in games ki bhai mere ko khila dena tha, because he wasn't playing
Yeah.
last year.
I
Mere ko
remember.
khila
Yeah.
dena tha yahan pe, and I would have picked up wickets. So now this is the time for him to. Uh,
Shine.
yeah,
Yeah.
walk the talk basically. Nuclear atoms in the house. Thank you so much for
Yeah.
joining us. Greetings. I should be enjoying this one. Discussion about the two giants in the league. Yeah, it's the El
Yeah.
Clasico. I think MI overseas players will be Tim David, Cameron Green, Archer, and Berendorf. I think to start with that will happen. But then if they want to go batting heavy, you might have to drop Berendorf,
Crystal
play another
Stubbs.
Indian player like maybe Akash Madwal or Arshad Khan, and then go with a Christian Tubbs or even Deval Brevis like at 6-7, to finish things off.
I just feel like yeah, if they're chasing or something, or maybe if they're starting, then Deval could be that impact player for them. Come and smash it completely. I think Deval is going to be used completely like a smasher. That's it. Just come and
Yeah.
do your business and go away.
But the thing is, he's also really good at one down. So maybe they have
Mm.
good floaters in Cameron Green, Deval Brevis. So maybe they can experiment at times. But I really can't see. I know Rohit Sharma has played in the middle order before. He started his career in the IPL in the middle order. Like Rohit Sharma, Ishan Kishan. Maybe you see Ishan Kishan in the middle order first, because you remember in the 2020 season, he was very good
Mm.
at number 4. Him and
Mm.
Surya, 3 and 4, they were like really dangerous.
Next
And
level. Yeah.
Quinton and Rohit used to open at that time. So maybe you see Cameron and Rohit opening. I know you like that left hand, right hand combination, but that's something that they can try as well. Mix things up, give the opposition something to think about. विराट भाई बोल रहे हैं विराट कोहली केजीएफ कैसा जाएगा भाई आईपीएल केजीएफ.
Vir- Virat Bhai is going to be, in form. He is in form right now. So I'm just thinking that he's going to have a decent IPL around, but overall Bangalore will not. मुझे एक सवाल ये है सबके साथ सबके. What do you guys think? Should Rohit Sharma continue opening or should he drop himself down to 3 and put Ishan
No,
in the
that's what I
top?
was just saying. I don't think he can. He should open the batting. I told you Ishan
He
Kishan.
should.
Maybe you can drop him in the middle, but I think your Rohit Sharma needs to open the batting. I
Will
think that's
this
his
be
best position.
Kish? Will this be Kishan's comeback year because the attack price last season really messed with his head and affected it? For 100%, I agree with this. We were actually upset as Hyderabad fans, nuclear, that we didn't get Ishan Kishan, but we were relieved towards the end because of his horrific IPL season. And like he was coming back in Indian colors, if you see, he had a 200 under his belt, but the new year has just been a very bad show for him. He's losing his wicket to very cheaply, if I would have to say so myself. Not getting good contact on the ball. Not able to read it, anticipating the turn, anticipating the swing, and just getting out. So, मेरे हिसाब से yes, this could be the potential year that Ishan Kishan promotes himself from a junior to a senior level in that
Mm.
Mumbai Indian squad.
One thing I want to say, I mean, it's going back a bit in the past, and you always want to focus in the present. But you know how we always get attacked as Sunrisers fans that Rashid ko kaisa, and rightly so. Like Rashid ko, how did you let him go? Warner ko, how did you let him go? Mumbai, they retained Pollard, and now he's done. He's in the management, and they let go of Hardik Pandya, they let go of Krunal Pandya,
Krunal
and
Pandya.
this is coming back to haunt them. Imagine Hardik Pandya in this team.
Yeah, wow, that
It's a
would have
different
been the exact
ball game
stabilizer
altogether.
unit, right? Yeah,
Yeah,
that
and
would have
he's bowling now, so it's a different ball game altogether. And yeah, Mumbai should be criticized for that. And they rely too much on Archer and Bumrah, bro. This is where I'm a bit shocked because Mumbai Indians actually have a really good auction process. They
yeah.
have very good scouts. They probably have the best scouts in the business in the IPL, but
Hmm.
they didn't bring back up. Where are your Indian bowlers? Like, there's no one there. I would say, like, teams like Sunrisers, Lucknow. These guys have better Indian backup than Mumbai Indians. Jaydev Vinodkar, he used to play for Mumbai. Where is he now? He's gone to was he in Lucknow, Rajasthan?
Lucknow. Yeah,
I
I think
forgot where he's
Rajasthan.
gone. I
Rajasthan.
forgot where he's gone, but yeah, he's not here. So these kind of players they let go, so they have to be criticized over there. They've let go of quite a few, and they've invested on big players, but there's no backup. When those players are not there, you're screwed. With Bumrah and Archer, you're winning the league. Without one of them, you're screwed. Like, you might not even make the playoffs. So that's the issue that I have, and I think they took a big risk. Will you took this tough to pick four overseas? Yes, definitely, and I think it might be toss dependent. And if they want to go a bit batting heavy, you might go with Brevis or Stubbs slash, and then you have your
Hmm.
Cameron Green, Tim David, and what's his name?
Ca-
Cameron Green, Tim David,
Jofra
or
Archer.
Jofra
Jofra
Archer.
Star.
But
Jofra
then
Archer.
if you want a bowling heavy, then you'll have to go Berendorf instead of Brevis or Stubbs. That's what you'll have to do.
Yeah, Mumbai is giving us latest news from West Indies and South Africa that's going on right now. West Indies 117 for 5 after 11 over. West Indies batsmen not able to capitalize on starts they got today. And yeah, they were breaking down. We saw the wicket of Charles, was it? Yeah, I think it was Charles that me and Mustafa are watching the match, and yeah, he didn't even able to look at the ball like Rabada
Rabada
Tedi
was on fire. He was on a
That
hat
was
trick when
the
we were
yeah,
watching. Yeah, he was bowling really
yeah.
good.
Moving on to the predicted 11, that Mustafa Bhai has taken a
Oh
lot of
shit,
sleepless
man, that
nights
looks
to get
bad, bro.
sleepless nights and sleepless hours. Like, he was just banging a head. के क्या डालूं? So Mustafa Bhai, आप ही समझाओ के how you went about this Mumbai team
No,
based on
I
what they
think the
have.
order is a bit like thing.
Up
I,
and
I
down.
don't think. Yeah, maybe play Kumar Karthik a bit ahead, maybe at 7, and then thing. You guys can give me a better 11 if you want. I was really stuck. I went with Rohit Sharma, Ishan Kishan to open. Tilak Verma, I think he's outstanding talent. Him and Surya Kumar can rotate 3 and 4. Tim David and Cameron Green are your finishers. Now it looks like Archer at 7 is ridiculous. Maybe you can put a Piyush Chawla there. Maybe you can put a Kumar Karthikeya there, or you drop somebody in and bring another. Who's that player, Fez? Can you just look at the squad? There's another option. They can go with another Indian batter. If I look over there,
Nehal
no,
Vadera is a
Ramandeep
batsman.
Singh. Ramandeep
Ramandeep
Singh,
Singh.
because he bowls
Okay.
a bit as well, medium pace. So maybe you can play him at 7 if required and take out a bowler from there. But I just went with this, and this is more if you're bowling first, and then you can take out a bowler and put in an extra Indian batter over there. I think that's something that you can do. They will have to, your predicted 11, whatever it is, I think they will still, that impact player will
Yeah.
have to be used from
Have to
Mumbai
be
Indians.
used.
They don't have an option.
100%. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't go
Musa,
with Brevis and Stubbs because I think I needed an extra bowler because they don't have the Indian bowling that I want. I'm not really confident in Arjun Tendulkar, so that's why I'm going with Berendorf and Jofra Archer. That's why I did not go with
that
Brevis or
makes sense.
Stubbs.
I think that makes sense. Ideally, you would want to start with whatever you have right in your arsenal, and like whatever team you can make best, which looks like a team, not like like one of your wings is broken in the bowling department. So you've got Jofra Archer, you've got a Berendorf, which are proper bowlers, and then you have Cameron Green also. So I think It's sorted. You have off spin in Tim David. You've got Piyush Chawla. I think this is a properly balanced team. If you want to call it a proper
It's
11,
not,
I
man.
think this would. I mean, in terms of like rather than taking out Barandov, putting more batting, and then so you've adjusted it to the best ability that you could, I guess.
Yeah, I mean,
So yeah,
Kumar Karthikeya can slot in seven or Chawla can slot in seven. You
exactly.
can ask them for pinch hitting, but you play your impact player. Then I think the impact player, you play that extra
Tristan
batsman.
Stubbs, or yeah,
You could say this is a
exactly.
more bowling first team, and then you add an extra Indian batter over there for
Depending if
when.
you're getting smashed, then you bring Brevis and Stubbs, or
Yeah.
else yeah, I think
And
that's
if
how
you're
it's gonna be.
batting first, then you take out one of these bowlers, put an extra batsman, and then you slot in Arshad Khan in. That's what you could do.
Yeah, Chirag bhai, I don't think MI Mumbai Indians willingly let Hardik go. Hardik go. He himself would have asked the management because of the group opportunity in thing. Okay, so he's
You
saying
could say the same thing with Rashid
yeah.
Khan, but like Hardik Pandya, Mumbai Indians, if Mumbai Indians can keep any player that they want,
I think he
that's
meant
what I
because
think.
in terms of growth, I think is what Chirag bhai saying that Rohit Sharma jab tak hai, he won't be like captain and stuff like that. And
But
say here you go.
Rohit Sharma is not there for that long. Hardik Pandya is the next Mumbai Indians captain if he stayed. Like, yes, you can say that. I understand, but like you can say the same thing with Rashid. He also wanted to go, but that was a bit more complicated because they were giving Williamson more money. Also, that was bad management from Sunrisers. They should have given Rashid the higher contract.
Yeah,
No,
100% right.
no Brevis and no subs. Tim David is out of form. No performance since World Cup 23. Look, if he
Hey, he
is
was
out of
pretty
form,
good in the. He was pretty alright in the PSL, if I'm not wrong, right?
yeah, if you take him out, you bring in attrition Stubbs. That's also an option. You can rotate that, but initially I will just go with Tim David because of his, his exploits in the past, and
And he's
I like
played
him as
and
a
he's played
finisher, man.
no and he's played decent cameos in the BBL, the SAT20, and also like the PSL, right? So he is in form T20 wise, and I think he's doing phenomenally well right now. Like he's got a couple of 40, 50, 60. So consistency to hai bhai bande mein agar mara to. So that's
Yeah.
something that we can see. Why can't Cameron Green be the opener and Surya Kumar needs to bat early as possible? So I would pick him at 3 instead of Tilak Verma. That's a good shout. Cameron Green is a good shot in the opening department, but I think it's just Rohit and Ishan give it a left-right combination. So are
No,
your
I'll
thoughts?
answer that question. I think that first, the second part of the question is I think that it'll depend on who gets out. I think if they want left hand, right hand, they can. If Rohit Sharma gets out, you can send Surya in. If Ishan Kishan gets out, you send Tilak Verma in. I think it doesn't really make a big difference. Surya at 3, I'm fine with that also. But the reason why I did that is just I think it's interchangeable. Depending on the match situation and who gets out, if you want to keep that left hand, right hand flow going. And the first part, Cameron Green can be the opener. You can try, of course, he's done really well for Australia in those 3 T20s as the opener. He can be more of a floater. You can try him out. But initially, I think Rohit Sharma and Ishan Kishan are your openers because you've tried that. And, that's their position. And Cameron Green, if these guys don't work, then you can try Cameron Green. Rohit Sharma in the middle order, I don't really see him. And that's my problem. I think Cameron Green can play better in the middle order. He can be a finisher. He can get you those sixes. And he can instill that fear in the opposition. Whereas I think Rohit Sharma can utilize the power play a bit more. If you want to bring Ishan Kishan down in the order and try Cameron Green in some games, I don't mind. But I personally kind of like this batting order. If I'm totally honest.
Do you think this is going to be Rohit Sharma of all the IPL that he's won as captain? Do you think this is going to be his toughest challenge?
I mean, yeah, last year was tougher because Archer bhi nahi tha. Yeah, but yeah, I think this will be a very tough challenge for him. Well, last year there was Bumrah, so you can say equal. It will be an equal challenge. It will be tough for him,
I mean,
but
Bumrah is
but
still like I think losing Jofra is slightly lesser than losing a Bumrah. Would you agree
it's
with that?
tit for tat, man. It depends. Like I think Archer at his peak is unbelievable as well. Like I've seen him bowl 4 overs, he's barely been touched. Whereas Bumrah, I've seen him tonked here and there a bit. It's very close, but yeah, I think it'll be a tough challenge for him. But you look at that batting line of Fez, you still should have confidence. You should have confidence,
Mm,
and hopefully some
yeah,
of your younger bowlers can step up to the plate and pick wickets for you. I think he has to be smart as a captain. He has to be on his toes. He has to be flexible as well in terms of his bowlers. You need to try part-time options as well. You see how Dhoni, remember in Rising Super Giants, he made like Jaydev Unadkat into a purple cap, bro. Like he was getting wickets left, right, and center. The way he was bowling his
yeah.
bowlers over there, using his bowlers, even for Chennai, some of the bowlers that he used. If Rohit Sharma can do that, then Mumbai have a good chance. And with that batting order, I'm always confident in chasing for sure.
Sure, that's a valid point. Nuclear says I see Kishan at fourth, Verma as a finisher, Cameron Green as the explosive opener, and Tim David as the last resort.
That's an option. That's definitely an option. You can always try that. I mean, it's a matter of perspective if you want to go with that for sure. I think this is just what in the beginning what Rohit Sharma will go with. Ishan Kishan has been opening for India as well. So maybe initially it goes like that. And if Ishan Kishan doesn't work in the top order, they might slot him in the middle order. So maybe that's the thing that they will do.
I feel this is the 11 that if
Thank you, sir. I
they are
feel the
bowling
same
first.
thing. Thank you for so much. That gives me a lot of confidence because I honestly don't like the look of this team. But yeah, thank you for letting me know. And that's what I'm saying. I think the impact player will be very, very important from Mumbai, and it'll be toss dependent, their 11. It's very difficult, I would say. And lack of out and out all rounders also.
Out and
So
out.
they'll have to
Yeah.
use the impact.
Let's just move on before like we move on from Mumbai Indians. Just move to what the Mumbai Indians are capable of doing. Just a few, going behind the scene, going behind the decades. Jo bhi bolo. Yeah. So these are the run scorer. No doubt. Rohit Sharma. The top scorer for this team. 4,700 runs. Man, this guy is a beast in the opening department. Man. His pull shots. He has all the shots in him. He's just fantastic, fantastic cricketer. Azari Joseph, you remember that
I
over
remember the
Mustafa?
game.
I
I
can't
remember.
forget that game. I can't forget this game. 6 wickets, 12 runs, and one maiden, and he just totally kicked it out of the whole tournament. Highest wicket taker Malinga legend for Mumbai. Jasuria still the highest individual score 114. This is the first I think first IPL Jo Jasuria played, and yeah, he smashed it up. And their highest total is against us, but their lowest total is also against us.
I remember
Murtabad.
that both games, and I
Yeah.
remember the lowest total one. That was at the Wankhede, and I think we were batting first, and we made like 110, 115, and we were defending that, and they got all of 87. Rashid Khan was bowling, and there was a silly point and a short leg as well. It was a test match field when he was bowling to Pollard, so I remember that very clearly. But Saraj Surya, man, 114 or 48, that's just next level stuff, man.
Yeah. And you can say once Surya Kumar settles in, he keeps hitting boundaries. So I would kind of ditch the philosophy of the left-right combination for a more chance for a greater result in the scoreline.
I mean, you could, yeah. Like, it depends on the situation, and you have to take it from that. But yes, you could do that. I'm fine with Surya at three. I don't mind that either. Lekin Tilak Verma also don't underestimate him. I think he's a very talented batter, extremely good. Like, and he's this might be his year as well. Like in terms of scoring runs, and he didn't burst onto the scene last season, but I think that experience will do him a lot of good. And Surya, look for India, he's batted at four. So wherever he bats, three or four, I think he'll impact the game. I'm not really worried about that. If he bats at three, that's also not an issue for me. I think wherever he comes in, he's going to impact the game. Surya Kumar Yadav, he toys with the field. He's someone who can rotate this guy, get the boundaries as well, and he will cause headaches for the bowling team.
Yeah. Speaking of headaches, one of the biggest headaches for every IPL team. We're going to move on to them right now.
Before you do
Uh,
that, who would be your leading run scorer and your leading wicket taker this year?
all right. For I think a leading run scorer, I'm going to go with There's only two names in my head that I'm stuck on. That's Rohit Sharma and Cameron Green. But I'm gonna give Rohit Sharma obviously the run scorer thing because I just love this guy. In IPL, he's something else. Wickets के लिए अगर मैं देख रहा हूँ, then I think I'm going to go with I'll have to go with Chopra, man. That's the only option that I have.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Jofra Archer and Surya Kumar Yadav. It was between Surya and Ishan Kishan for me, but yeah, I'm just gonna go with Surya. I think he also has, he had a poor run of form. He'll want to eradicate that and really start the IPL with a bang. So I think Surya will be someone that I'm looking at as the
This
highest
is an
scorer.
interesting question. Do you see anyone as a one season wonder in this whole lineup?
Just for this season,
Hmm.
maybe a Ritik Shokin or maybe even Piyush
Kumar
Chawla just
Karthik.
for the season. No, I mean, they have, I think maybe Piyush Chawla because he doesn't have many years ahead of him. This could be his year, comes, picks up wickets and kills it for them on turners as well. Maybe like away from home, he might be key. So maybe he could be a one season wonder just for this season.
I'm gonna go with Tim David, and then if he gets to play, I think
No,
he's
but
gonna.
Tim David, I think he can, in the next 3, 4 years, he's going to kill it, bro, consistently. I don't think he'll be a one season wonder.
Hmm.
And then he's gone. No, I don't think so. I think he will continue. He might be have a spectacular season, but I think he'll have more. He has a lot in him, bro, Tim David.
Yeah, well, that was Mumbai Indians, and yeah, now coming to the most scariest team in the IPL over the years. Beat everyone that they can. Next level team hero. Yeah. It's the big bosses team, the main man. I had to use black because it's yellow, and yeah, it's going to be a little hard, Mustafa. So get wipe your glasses probably before you read. But here we go. Batsman, we've got
The
the
breaking
big.
news here is Ben Stokes is only going to bat. He's not going to bowl. He's not. He's no longer an all-rounder
Yeah.
in this season, especially in the first few games. Ben Stokes is not going to bowl. He's going to bat, and I'm going to change his position in the batting order when we get to that. But that is the big news.
All right. So Ben Stokes is going to be a batting specialist, right? If I'm not wrong.
Yes, he's going
So
to
we
bat.
got Mahendra Singh Dhoni. Okay, no need to give a description there. We've got Devon Conway, New Zealand opener. He is something else. In recent times, he's been a phenomenal batsman. Ruturaj Gaikwad, domestic circuit को conquer कर दिया with hundreds, 200s, so many domestic runs under his belt. Ajinkya Rahane, the one who was lost, the one who sort of कहाँ के गायब हो गया था. He disappeared after that Australia test. Sheikh Rashid, Ambati Raidu, another hitter. Shubhranshu Senapati. Now moving on to all-rounders, we got Moin Ali, Bhagat Verma, Ajay Mandal, Sanda Magala, who came in a replacement as for Kyle Jamieson. Shivam Dubey, Rajvardhan Hangrekar, Ravinder Jadeja, probably the best all-rounder right now in the game. Dwayne Pretorius, Mitchell Santner, Apababa, Ben Stokes, Nishant Sindhu. And then we'll get to the bowling. Mustafa bhai, what are your thoughts on this team, man, initially?
I think it's a really good team, man. They have a lot of options, a lot of flexibility. Nuclear said, they have a lot of all-round options, and that gives them. I think Shivam Dubey can be used as an impact player if required. Hungrecker, man, this guy was in the under-19 World Cup team last year, and he was very impressive. Especially with the ball, but he can tonk it around as well with the bat. He's a good option for me. So there's a lot of flexibility. What Moin Ali brings as well is brilliant. Jadeja, we all know. So I think this team gives me a lot of flexibility. Now, if I see the bowling attack, I'm not totally convinced because there's a lack of a death bowler. Kyle Jamieson is out of the IPL for now. I don't think
Yeah.
he's going to start. Now, the death bowling is an issue for me, but knowing Dhoni, he'll find some tricks in the bag and try to sort it out. I was thinking maybe they can use Ben Stokes over there. That's not possible anymore. I feel this is the year where Shivam Dubey becomes that all-rounder that India was looking for. Dhoni just has that in him. I think he can produce players, and under him, though, he might shine. It's a big shout, but that's what I think. Simranjit Singh, I've heard a lot about him as well. He's from Punjab, so maybe we might see him. And Tikshana Fez, I don't know, but I heard that he might not start. I have in my ideal 11, but I don't know if he's going to start or not. If he does,
Mhm.
he's a really good mystery bowler, very good spinner. Spinning is kind of sorted if him and Jadeja play, and Moin Ali is your third spinner. You can bring in Mitchell Santner if required, also in certain games. So I think the way Dhoni uses the death overs is going to be key. I think he's the only one who can find the solution. I cannot find the solution to that. That's my only weakness in the team. Otherwise, batting, it looks solid, and they bat very deep, so that allows Conway and Gaikwad to go ham in the power play, and they can continue hitting. They can play Ben Stokes one down also if required. He can also open the innings, but he can bat one down, and they can go from there. Moin Ali will come and hit. Raidu can come and hit. You might not even see Dhoni bat. He might bat himself at 8 at times, or maybe at 3. Depends on his mood. So they have too many options.
Yeah, too many options as well. Like you mentioned, I do see a little bit of weakness in their bowling now that pointed it out.
That's bowling. Yeah.
Uh,
Well, power play, the shortage. Deepak Chahar, you can take 4 wickets in the power play. Magar, and watch out for Prasad Solanki as well, a
Solanke,
young
leg
leg
spinner,
spinner.
right? Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
he's a young spinner. He's very talented, so he might get a few games. Tushar Deshpande, Deepak Chahar, Mukesh Chaudhary are not going to play in the beginning. So Deepak Chahar, Tushar Deshpande, they're expecting a lot from him. Magala is their,
They have
I think,
Pretorius
replacement,
also,
right,
right?
for Jamison.
Pretorius can
Yeah,
bowl as well, I
but
think.
he's not going to be
Yeah.
there in the beginning, but he might come in that 11. I think Magala is the replacement for Jamieson, if I'm not mistaken, but
Yeah,
he also
yeah.
gets a tendency to get hit, man. So death bowling is still an issue. They might try Pretorius when he comes back after the South Africa series. Otherwise, yeah, still I feel that bowling could be a concern, especially the death overs.
Yeah, one thing is for sure, CSK and MI are known for making players, and we can expect some new player taking charge. Yeah, 100%. I think Dhoni really has this in his captaincy. What I've seen over the years is that he just puts the person in the situation, and that's how you grow. I think you throw someone the responsibility, and then you see how he reacts. And if he grows, he grows. If he doesn't, he doesn't. That's the gamble you have to take, I think. So धोनी का सबसे बड़ी चीज ये, what I like about him is that he just gives the responsibility and then says whatever happens happens, and then it's upon that person who's taking that responsibility how he utilizes that opportunity. So I think he converts the responsibility into opportunity, which presents himself. Like Jogendra Sharma was a gamble, I 100% understand, but he just gave it to him in that situation, and the rest is history. So he does have a tendency, like you said, that we can expect a new player taking charge, and if he's given the
Shivam Dubey, bro,
responsibility.
this year, लिख के ले लो, he's going to be the guy who's going to be that player that no one is expecting to perform. I think he will be the player. But like, look, with the two additional teams, there are going to be weaknesses in every team, and that's no exception for Chennai also. And they will be tested in games. I don't think they're going to fly. I put them number one, as my team, not to win, but number one in the group stages, just because it's they have that addition of Ben Stokes, and they have a very good all-round team in terms of like flexibility in players.
Hmm.
Lekin there is still weaknesses that can be exploited. I think this team can concede 60 runs in the last 4 overs. So there will be challenges for Dhoni. It won't be smooth sailing, but knowing him and knowing other teams also have a lot of holes, so I think they will go far.
Yeah. Just a second. I'm excited about Tikshana and Mukesh. Mukesh, I think, is injured, which is why we have a bandage next to his name. Both had an impressive last season, and both can be reliable to take the important wickets. Yeah,
Yeah,
Tikshana is
Theekshana
a
is a mystery
yeah.
spinner, man. He's difficult to pick, and he's done well also for Sri Lanka. He's a Asia Cup winner. He's done really well in these kind of conditions. So I'm also excited to see him. I heard rumors. I'm not sure if he's going to start or not, but let's see. We'll find out on Friday if Theekshana is playing or not.
Yeah, and Mukesh Chaudhary also, like there's been said that he's injured. He has a back injury. If I'm not wrong, that he might not be the starter to the CSK season, but he might rejoin them. So for now, we have him all banded and stuff. But yeah, only with as the season prolongs, we'll understand if he's gonna come back. Kyle Jamieson is out, and Sisanda Magala is in for him. But Mustafa, like you said, he does have a tendency to get hit,
Yes, that's the problem, man. I think I've seen him in just recently in the last game he got spanked. I think against the West
West
Indies. So
Indies.
that's
Yeah.
yeah. So that's an issue that I have. Lekin, Dhoni can always produce crazy spells under his captaincy. So we'll wait and watch. Also, Fez, the one thing I wanted to point out is, what's his name? This guy Ambati Raidu. He's been
Hmm.
sensational in the IPL. From like I remember 2010, say he's been incredible. Even first he was in the Mumbai Indians, then he shifted to Chennai. He's been really good in the IPL. He's been such a good batter for them, but he's coming towards the end now. His impact might be reduced. I don't know how consistent he can be in the season, so that's kind of a question mark in the middle order. And Dhoni also, he is a question mark for me in the batting order. Can he produce those kind of levels consistently? Like if you ask me, no, but I know like it's very tough to question MS Dhoni, but I'm still going to do that because I think you have to look at it realistically. Can him and Ambati Raidu produce consistent results? Maybe they're not required. Maybe Moin Ali can take over, Shivam Dubey can take over, Conway, Gaikwad can take over. Maybe that could be true. Like, and that's one question that I have.
Yeah, I think with Dhoni and Ambati Raidu, for them, I think this season will be more about coming in towards the end in this matching. And maybe they, like you said, they'll probably delay their coming in. Not Ambati Raidu as much as a Dhoni. Dhoni is just gonna come and play as a finisher. I think he's just gonna come,
But it
give me
won't be
two
that
overs,
easy.
three
Like
overs.
it
Yeah,
won't be that easy.
situational. Yeah, it'll be.
Dhoni doesn't play cricket, right? Like throughout the year. Now
Hmm,
he started playing
hmm,
because the IPL start thing. But it's not easy, man. No matter how you're getting older, and to perform at this level consistently every game. Yes, there will be games where he'll win it for you still, but that
hmm.
level, it's not going to be easy coming and hitting from ball one. Now, I think that's a very difficult thing to execute. If he does it, hats off to him. He'll prove me wrong, but I don't see him doing that every single game. Maybe one or two games.
Maybe, but like for me, I think just the way he is, he can adapt quicker, and experience always does count. So maybe he probably just be able to do that. And with the number three Raidu, I think number three and number four again, just ka spot joy. He'll just come. I think last season also he had a decent season, 200 plus runs which Mara tha.
Mm.
So yeah, he's still there in contention to
They
make
will
it.
rely a lot on Stokes and Conway with the bat because you remember when they last won the trophy. I think it was in 2021. Was it? That's when the Faf went crazy. Him and Gaikwad, उन्हें बहुत संभाला Faf du Plessis in that season. He gave them incredible starts and everything. Last season he wasn't there and they suffered, bro. Dhoni
Hmm.
couldn't produce those levels of performances. Even Raidu couldn't. Gaikwad struggled at times also. So maybe someone like a Conway has to step up and score runs.
Yep.
Stokes, of course, they will be heavily reliant on him as well with the bat, 100%. I think.
Do you see Hangrekar getting a chance, but also do you see Ajinkya Rahane getting a chance?
Rahane maybe not initially. Hungry yes, I have him in my ideal 11. I think I see him getting a
So
chance.
yeah, let's just move to that quickly so that we will be able to see what you have in store for us. Yeah, Devon Conway, Ruturaj, Gaikwad, Moin Ali, Ambati Raidu, Ben Stokes. You've promoted Moin Ali quite to the top, huh? I
Yeah,
missed
we can
Dhoni.
swap him because Moin Ali for CSK bats a lot in one down, and he's had really good performances. But I think you can put Stokes there one down. That's what I would like to see. Now
Hmm.
that he's playing as a batter, only play Stokes one down. We keep Ambati Raidu at 4. You can then put Jadeja or Moin Ali at 5, 5 and 6, and then take Dhoni to 7. Deepak Chahar can come and talk it. Hungrekar can come and talk it, and then you have Tushar Deshpande and Theeksana as your tail enders. So I think that's how I look at this team. Ben Stokes one down is fine, is good for me.
Yeah, if Ben Stokes comes one down, then he's gonna be your finisher as well. I think that's how I'm looking
No,
at it. But
you still have Raidu, Jadeja,
you do.
you
I'm just
have
saying, like,
Moin Ali,
if
Dhoni.
he stays to London, it'll be something else from him.
Yeah,
I'm
no,
pretty
I
sure.
think the Stokes role will be the role that maybe he had in Rajasthan where he was open the batting. He comes in and just smashes it. Whether it's 20 of 6 balls or whether it's 100 or 40 balls, it doesn't matter. I think strike rate will be important for Dhoni, and Stokes' role will be to bash it from ball one. You might not see hundreds every game
Hmm.
unless he's in ridiculous form. But with his knee injury and everything, I think his role will become chakke udao, use the power play, maybe even open the batting, use the power play, and then just leave, and then let the others come and do the job.
Yeah, if he manages to get in the first 5 6 over like a 50 80 start, that's all the Chennai need, right? All the firepower from the down that they have, they'll be able to smash 200 each match if Ben Stokes gets going every match.
Yeah, 100%. I think they have that. They have that option. And one thing, Fez, if you see the batting order, strike rate is what they're going to emphasize on. I think in the team meetings, I don't know if they have that many, but it'll be like RK Maru, don't waste deliveries. Maybe maximum one anchor, but I don't think they need that either. And that's where Chennai will be successful over other teams. Is that they don't need someone to stick around. Just go for broke from ball one because you bat so deep.
Bass ball in the Chidambaram,
Yeah,
baby.
it will be applied, I think, and then with that impact, you can add another batsman if you're chasing. So I don't think that's an issue. Everyone will have one thing on their mind is to smack, and they have the talent as well to implement that. I think that's how CSK can play.
Nuclear said we are stacked in the batting order, but the bowlers will have inconsistent performances and will lead to losing winnable matches. I want us to bat first because I don't want our batters to be pressured. No, I mean I think if you have a weak bowling, maybe then I would like to chase, right, with the squad depth that you have in batting. I think chasing would be better for you. How do you look at it, Mustafa? Like, if you have this batting, would you like to chase or would you like to start the batting?
I don't mind both with this team. I really don't mind because I have Dhoni behind the stumps. I think while defending, he'll keep a cool head, and I think he can guide his bowlers. If they're batting first, I think they can smash it and take the team to a score which is difficult to chase. So I'm okay with it. And again, I think Dhoni will quickly learn this impact player rule faster than anybody, and he'll apply it
He
quickly
probably
to.
learned it already and like doing it in like sessions with their own
Yeah, the
team, I
only
guess.
guy who's going to pace him in terms of learning this rule and applying it better is Mark Rom. Otherwise, I don't see anybody on that level.
Yeah, yeah. I have a good question for you. You said Shivam Duvall is going to be the most impactful player, but bro, he's not in your predicted 11. What's happening here?
He's my impact player. What
He's
Chirag
your
Bhai asked
impact
is,
player.
yeah, he is my impact player. So he will come in and he will come impact. He'll come bowl, bat, and he will
Uh,
play. He'll play every game, bro, as your 12th man. You forgot it's 12 players now. It's not 11 players. You only have 11 written. Shandu is my
Yeah,
impact player.
11 written, 4 substitutes, and yeah, if you have. Also, we thought there was no foreign player that was allowed to do, like, be an impact player, but that's wrong. If you do not play 4 foreign players, then if you have lesser than 4, then you can actually put a foreign player
Yeah,
as your
but
impact.
who the hell is going to do that? Maybe Delhi Capitals. That's it. I don't see like teams playing three foreign players. But maybe with the impact, you'll see more teams playing three foreign. Now, if you're batting first, you can start with Shivam Dubey and you can drop Tushar Deshpande, right? And then
Hmm.
you take out Ambati Raidu. and you bring in Deshpande in the second innings. That's what you can do. That's how deep you're gonna bat. That
Deep
means
to bat. Yeah.
Angrekar at 10. So yeah, so that's what you're gonna do. That's what I would do. Shubin Dubey
I'm
is playing
suggest
every game for me, but he's gonna be my impact player.
I'm just expecting a lot of runs from this team, man. Like in terms of batting, they're going to smash it. I think they're going to have a very good batting every game. Like, but like what Nuclear said, I'm
Except
also gonna.
except
I'm
for when
seeing
they're
that.
against Umran Malik,
Yeah.
Bhuvaneshwar, and Washington Sundar, Natarajan. No, like this team is getting all out for 120, man. They're not gonna be able to score 200.
I know, but that's what I was saying. Like where Nuclear mentioned, like losing winnable matches. That's what I look at Chennai doing. Probably they'll be like, "Arey yaar, jeet sakte the," but हार के because of the bowling they lost. Otherwise, man, they're stacked. They're stacked like
But yeah, like
next
that's the
level.
thing, like but also first we have to remember that a lot of this team was there last year as well, and they didn't really perform. So like we're saying because I'm putting them number one, but I still over expecting, right? I'm still over
Yeah.
expecting them because the like that for me, bowlers you need to have a tight bowling unit, a good bowling unit to win championships. The only exception to it is MS Dhoni and the way he leads his team. So that's why I'm like negating that. And Mumbai, I have them finishing like outside the top four. Chennai, I have them in the top four at the number one spot just because Dhoni's at the wheel. But otherwise, yeah, like I think they are capable of losing games. If you see on paper, I always
Hmm.
think in the last 2 3 years, Chennai don't have that crazy of a team, but they have flexibility, and that flexibility allows you. So from Ambati Raidu, you don't need him to score 100. He can score 20 of 8, and he's impacting the game for you. So that is where
Hmm.
it's different. So I think that they've done a good auction, and yeah, they're prepared pretty well.
Like they were saying, right? It's more like a Dhoni-istic kind of a team where he has flexibility, and that's what he always looks at. Nuclear's given his predicted 11. He said Devon Conway, Ruturaj Gaikwad, Ben Stokes, Moin Ali, Shivam Dube, Dhoni, Jadeja, 8, 9, 10, same as yours.
Yeah, and they could also
I would like to say, I would sometimes like to see rotation between Stokes and Conway to make room for Pretorius. That's a good
you
shout.
could also drop a Thikshana, or if he's not available, you can bring in Solanki and then play Pretorius. You could also do that. That's also an option. But yeah, I agree with you. I think that's a very good lineup that you have over there. And yeah, Gaikwad, this guy has been sensational in the IPL. He started off, I remember his first season, first 5 games, he was a failure. Dhoni stuck with him.
Mm,
They finished last in that season, but while they finished last, he scored like 450s or 550s in a row. So I think the way the belief that Dhoni showed in him, he's turned him to a great cricketer, especially in the IPL, and a lot will bank on him to give good starts. I think he has the ability to score big runs. Gaikwad is someone Fez who, if he gets a 50, he can convert that into 100. He
yeah.
has that switch in him. He
Knack.
can change gears at the right time, and strike rate shouldn't be a problem for Gaikwad. I think he's for me a big player to watch out for. And if I look at my leading run scorer, it might be Gaikwad, and wicket taker. Initially, I think it'll be Deepak Chahar. I think the power play, he'll get the ball to swing, and I think he'll pick up wickets.
That's a good shot. I mean, lots riding on Gaikwad and Shivam Dube from you.
Yeah, no, Shivam Dube, I just feel that Dhoni can utilize him because if you see in the past, Albie
Mm.
Morkel, did you really consider him as crazy? Dhoni turned him to a champion, bro. Right? And just like Ashane Watson, he had a terrible season in RCB.
Not to be, yeah.
He came to CSK, everyone was calling them Dad's Army. He won them the championship. He has
Yeah,
like, so
I
he
remember
has
that.
that ability to like under Dhoni, these players that you're not counting on, especially in terms of form and everything, they come and smash it. That's what I'm going. And Gaikwad, he's proven himself in the last 2 3 years. I'm only saying it, I'm not looking at him as an underdog. I've seen his batting, and I'm telling you, uh,
Yeah.
Shivam Dube is a risky pick, but I'm just like looking at. I
Based on
just
Dhoni, yeah, based on Dhoni is
as a utility player. And Dhoni likes these kind of players, utility, जो थोड़ा बैटिंग कर लेते, थोड़ा bowling कर लेते, short ball डाल के, bowl the slower balls or whatever and pick up wickets.
Mhm. Looking at the past records, one of CSK and MI will lift the trophy, is what Chirag Bhai said. They win every alternate year. That's a good shout, but there's certain orange army that we're going to be discussing in a couple of days, so they're not going to stay quiet. But I do understand your point. Okay, MI won it in what, 2012, 2014, 2017, and then 19, right?
Yes, sir. You're talking about CSK 2019? No, not
MI,
2019.
MI, MI, MI. I was talking
Yeah,
about
I
Mumbai.
might 2019. Yeah,
And
2000.
then
No,
see,
Mumbai won 2017. They won 2019. They won 2020 also.
scheme. Huh. So yeah, Mumbai wins a lot. Chennai won. Yeah, like I think 2011, 2011, 2011 we won. 2016 we won. 2015 Chennai I think won. I can't remember when Chennai won exactly, but yeah, I mean Chennai also has four, so they would definitely want to get five, which probably it's going to be interesting how they get to it this year. But RCB is a lot of people are banking on RCB to probably win this one for the first time. So hey, I mean every year I think the IPL you want to predict the winner. It does either come down to Chennai or Mumbai Indians, but always you have this little outside hunch कि RCB हो सकता है ये साल, RCB हो सकता है ये साल, and then we have Gujarat as well. So they won in 2022, so let's not keep them out. तो देखना पड़ेगा कौन है, but that's a good shout. CSK and Mumbai Indians. Run score, highest run scorer, Mustafa. No, I think I no one can doubt this guy, Suresh Raina. He was the best number three, I think, for CSK, right? Like आके he would just sit down. उधर वहाँ बैठ जाता था, जमा लेता था अपना डेरा, and then he used to get just runs. Somehow he used to just manage to make 50s and 70s, and a phenomenal batsman. And yeah, Jadeja, individual figures 4 for 16 against the Deccan Chargers. 2012. Murli Vijay, 127. We saw this match a few days ago. Me and Mustafa watched this match. We got TJ Bravo in the house, 140 wickets, highest wicket taker, highest total 246 against the Rajasthan Royals in Chennai, and then lowest was 79 against in Wankhede against the Mumbai Indians. So yeah, um, where do you see? Yeah, you're saying that Chennai is going to go top.
Yeah, but I don't think they'll win, but they'll go top, I think.
They're going to go top, and Mumbai is going to be what you said in the top four, right?
No, no, bottom, I think. I put them in the top four with Bumrah. Without Bumrah, no, I don't think they're gonna win. I think seventh, eighth,
That's a big call.
ninth. Yeah.
I've seen a couple of times that Raidu slowed us down in the middle overs. So Tube is my choice, and then Raidu as a sub for him because I believe he is a better fielder.
Hmm, I think initially Dhoni will go with Raidu, man. He's tried and trusted, but yeah, like Dubey will come in anyway to bat. He's impact,
Hmm.
baby. I think they will both play, Raidu and Shivam Dubey, and one will be substituted. I think Raidu will be substituted because Dubey can bowl as well. That's my reason. He'll be
आरसीबी
there.
नहीं जीत रही भाई, दिल्ली पंजाब आरसीबी और लखनऊ इनका कुछ नहीं होने वाला. लखनऊ तो अभी अभी आई, सो आई थिंक इट्स अ लॉन्ग शॉट. आरसीबी हैज बीन देयर सिंस फॉरएवर. दिल्ली आई गेस या यू आर राइट, एंड पंजाब आल्सो इन दैट एस्पेक्ट. बट पंजाब किंग्स की टीम आप लोग होल्ड ऑन टू योर सीट बिकॉज़ टुमारो वी विल बी डूइंग पंजाब एंड गुजरात. And it's going to be interesting because they have a few good players now, right, Mustafa? Punjab is a strong team now. You can't count them out. Gujarat Titans also past champions. So ये दोनों का भी
Yeah,
एक
bro. With Besto, they're like I would have put them number one and like champions, right? But without Besto, I think it's an issue. But their bowling is really good, man. I really like their bowling. Rabada, Arshdeep, Sam Curran. If these guys all click, then it's difficult to get them away. So I'm still thinking we'll talk about that when we talk about Punjab Kings. But I have a question for you.
Yes, sir.
Last year they started off with Jadeja as captain. Then
Hmm.
mid-season, just when they had to play Sunrisers, Dhoni came and they won that game. But what happened with Jadeja and CSK? And he left. I don't think did he play after that? Like what happened?
He
There's a
did.
big
I
issue
think
over there.
they say, I mean, some of this it's split in two things is what I felt over that time what I was reading. Maybe Nuclear because he's an avid fan of Chennai Super Kings. Nuclear, if you remember the Jadeja time, and you could let us know what exactly happened. But it was that Jadeja couldn't take the pressure of having Dhoni, and वो धोनी भाई के पूछना, धोनी भाई को command करना. That was one thing that they were saying कि भाई धोनी की इतनी इज्जत थी. But also the second thing that he just couldn't, he didn't want to do it. At the end of the day, he was like, "अरे नहीं हो रहा भाई, नहीं चल रहा." He's not that commanding. Also, I think as a player, also if you see him, he just comes, does his business, and gets out. So I don't think he's like a character that you could see leadership material in. He's not one that he will dictate terms with the field and the batsmen and yeah. So I don't think he's that. And when you have Dhoni in the team, I think kahin na kahin you have to live up to that expectation. It just gets overwhelming, right? So I feel it's like that. I don't know exactly know what it was,
No, there's
but
some major problem I had him because then why the hell would Dhoni leave the captaincy in the first place? He shouldn't have left then. If you think, I think there's an issue, and maybe initially I thought they got Ben Stokes as a vice captain just because when Dhoni's
hmm,
not there, he's going to lead. Now I don't know. Ben Stokes also injury prone. He's going to leave when the playoffs start. I think because it's the Ireland Test coming. He's going to play that for England, and then the Ashes. I don't see Stokes staying the whole season. So I don't know who their leadership group is now, and that's going to be a problem because you don't have. This is Dhoni's last year, in my opinion. I think, and that's
so
what
I
I've
think
been
Dhoni
hearing.
will be here throughout the season. I feel it is his last year potentially. What everyone is saying, I think he's gonna be here for the whole season.
Yeah,
And
but
yeah,
there could be anything that happens. He could get injured. He could, like, something can happen. He's like 40 years old. I don't know, right? So I don't know if he can last the whole season. Again, you need
I
to have backup over there.
I think he was not happy the way CSK took captaincy back from him mid-season after a few losses. Was it Jadeja or
Yeah,
like
with Jadeja, that's what they did. They took the captaincy away from him and they didn't back him. Especially, and I think that was a wrong decision also because, if you have to back him no matter what the results are. Dhoni came last just a couple of years before. They didn't take the
hmm.
captaincy away from him, right? Like he came bottom. So I think they could have managed it because you can't always depend on Dhoni. There is a future to this team, and you like have to promote someone, and you got to bear the damages in the beginning, no problem, and then back your team and then see how it goes.
Yeah, Nuclear asking, do you see Rahane coming in at any time? I feel like he's a wasted buy because of the player we already had.
It's difficult in this team to see Rahane, but maybe if there's an injury or something like that, maybe you might see him here and there. Sheikh Rashid, this guy is more of a, I think, proper technical player. Test he might come into the India team later on, but he was in the World Cup winning squad last year in the under 19 team. Has proper technique, man. Really good defense,
Hmm.
straight bat. I think he's from Chennai as well. He's a local guy, if I'm not mistaken. He's a great batter. T20 wise, again, not as proven. Strike rate could be an issue with him. But I think this guy's going to turn out to be a very good test player and even a one day player. I think I really like his technique, Sheikh Rashid.
Nuclear says the pressure they got to Jadeja, he wasn't in his usual supreme bowler fielder zone, and we were on a downward spiral. Dhoni tried to pass the torch to a long serving player, and it failed. It's what I felt the same thing because by overwhelming ho jata when you have someone like a Dhoni and you just can't live up to the expectation. Then you see a little bit, is it because of me or is it the player? And then you start to think, yeah, it's actually me as the captain not working out, and then you're not bowling, and I think it was just a lot of things that got overwhelming over time. And
Hmm.
या सीएसके का कुछ नहीं कह सकते दे बॉट रॉबिन उत्तपा एंड टुक द कप रहाणे के साथ भी कुछ ऐसा ही हो सकता है या 100% लाइक मुस्तफा कीप सेइंग मैन धोनी जस्ट टर्न्स पीपल इनटू चैंपियंस राइट कहीं से भी आके कोई यू नेवर नो सिसांदा मगाला might be the one lifting the IPL trophy this year so like that's how good Dhoni is man.
See, that's the thing. Like, yeah, Uttapa came, Rahane can also do that. Anybody, Dubey can do that. Raidu can come and smash it. That's the thing with them. It's very unpredictable. You don't know what's going to happen. Uh, and that's the only reason I have them the top of those. On paper, maybe they would compete in the top four, but now yeah, with Dhoni there, it's always going to be
Do you
something
remember this
different.
Mustafa? I'm vaguely remembering this last year दिल्ली के साथ क्या हुआ था पंत मैच के बीच में ही प्लेयर को क्यों वापस बुलाने लगा
Yeah,
तो
yeah. Well, last year, the
because
year
कुछ
before it, it happened 2 years ago, I think.
2 years ago हाँ
उसमें क्या हुआ था no ball या कुछ एक decision था or something. He was
हाँ
not happy with the decision. He said, come out. And now this is the problem I have. Okay, he did that, and everyone lashed at him and everything. Okay, fine. Yeah, he made a mistake, young kid. Dhoni also walked onto the field and went crazy when the decision didn't go with them 3-4 years ago in 2019, if you remember. जब कोई
हम्म,
नहीं बोलता, and I don't like that. I like if Dhoni made a mistake, bro. He's a human being. If he made a mistake, you have to criticize him. If Pant made a mistake, you criticize him. What Pant did, yeah, it was over the top, but like he was really upset at that time. And उन्हें बुला रहा था वापस. I think Chahal उसको calm down कर रहा था. It was Kuldeep batting at that time, if I'm not mistaken. And they were it was a very close game. I think 200 chase था between Delhi and RCB. And he called them back. But I remember Dhoni walked out of the field, he started shouting at the umpire. You cannot do that as a cricketer either. Right? That is unacceptable. And that's where you have to call spade a spade. He is the greatest captain we've had in our country. But yeah, there's certain things. If Rishabh Pant cross the line, stop chढ़ गए तो फिर Dhoni you have to criticize also.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, जो गलती करा उसको तो बोलना चाहिए.
Yeah.
Let it be
And also,
Dhoni,
bro,
let it
the
be
shady
Tendulkar.
shit for 2 years, but them and Rajasthan weren't in the thing. That's shady crap as well for me. I'll be very honest with you.
That is
That's
actually a very big call to be very honest कि जो चेन्नई को बैन करे थे 2 साल अगर आप लोग
yeah.
को याद है तो 2 साल के वजह से काफी सवाल उठते कि भाई कौन कौन इन्वॉल्व था वो स्कैम में काफी लोग बोलते हैं एमएल धोनी भी होंगे बट आई डोंट थिंक सो बिकॉज ऑब्वियसली अपन तो फैन है भाई के बट यू नेवर नो
I'm
आई
just
मीन
saying
देयर
it's
आर
shady, bro. Like like whatever. Okay, but now you can also flip it and say that the Saza Bhukte, they
डेफिनेटली
did 2 years they were banned and they played. But yeah, like this franchise has gone to some crap as well. Like they've done like the shady stuff has happened with them as well.
you won't see this happening once IPL becomes over over 50 60 years old Abhi bhi some players are bigger than the tournament. Well, yeah, I mean, but still, like 50, 60 years old, IPL hoga ya nahi hoga, wo bhi
No, no,
dekhne
you
ka
still
bhai.
have it. I saw
Yeah,
Mitrovic like just a few weeks, like last week. He went crazy. He was about
crazy.
to smash the referee, and the Premier League is what 30 years old now. So like you'll still have it. I don't think there will always be moments where you're losing your crap, and yeah, you'll have issues. So yeah, this will always happen in sport.
Well, that was Mumbai and Chennai. And yeah, I mean, the two teams different, obviously, but both champion teams. One having five in Mumbai and one having four in Chennai. Weaknesses and strengths in both places where Mumbai have a little bit batting strength, but bowling is a very big question mark. Mustafa Bhai still scratching his head. Chennai Super Kings, on the other hand, having a strong batting and okay bowling, but they do have a good middle order in them to sustain throughout the tournament. So it's going to be important on how they rotate, how they use the impact rule. Let it be Mumbai or Chennai in that aspect.
See the
But
difference,
tomorrow,
Fez.
yeah,
Mumbai don't have a player like Jadeja with the ball, or
mm,
they don't have a player Jadeja like that. They don't have like a Deepak Chahar also, bro.
that is where Hardik Pandya selling is coming to bite them. What you mentioned a few
You
minutes
could
ago,
say,
right?
yeah, like so that is
Yeah.
the problem. They don't have like that kind of. They don't have. Whereas Chennai have plenty of options. So that's
Gajju
the
Bhai is
thing.
asking you a very good question. He's saying, क्या लगता है आईपीएल के कुछ मैच फिक्स होते हैं क्या?
आपके लिए है
फॉर
भाई जवाब
फॉर
बताओ.
मोर इन्फॉर्मेशन गज्जू भाई, आपका एक शो है इनसाइड एज हॉटस्टार पे, आप बस वो खोल के देखिए एंड आपको काफी चीजों का मालूमात होगा. बट या आई मीन देखिए, मैच फिक्सिंग का तो आई मीन यू इट्स ऑलवेज हिडन, बट देर आर मोमेंट्स वेर यू फील कि अरे भाई समथिंग इज अप. There is always an area for that. There is always gray areas in the IPL. A lot of people, there are a lot of documentaries also अगर आप देखना चाह रहे हो over the IPL and how the business is run and how production happens. I think there was a show Mustafa you were watching a few years ago where the show production कैसा होता IPL के, कितना पैसा बनता क्या होता. And yeah, I mean there are a lot of places that you can get more information, but obviously
फिक्सिंग तो
कहीं ना
हुई
कहीं
है,
हो
लोगों
रही है.
पकड़े राइट, श्रीशांत को
एंड
पकड़े,
चेन्नई,
चेन्नई को
शीशान को
बैन कर
पकड़े
दिया, तो
चेन्नई
फिक्सिंग
सुपर
तो
किंग्स
हुई
को,
है
या
आईपीएल में. या
फिक्सिंग तो
लाइक
हुई.
दैट तो इट्स कॉमन नॉलेज. वी डोंट नो एग्जैक्टली कौन से मैचेस फिक्स होते, क्या होता क्या, तो स्पॉट फिक्सिंग तो हो चुका है. स्पॉट फिक्सिंग इज व्हेन यू नो अ बॉलर हैज टू बॉल अ नो बॉल और समथिंग लाइक दैट. दैट्स हैपेंड. वी सीन इट. इट्स क्लियर. लाइक वी डोंट नीड टू बीट बिहाइंड द बुश. वो तो हो चुका है आईपीएल में. एंड देव बीन पीपल बीन गिल्टी एंड थिंग बिहाइंड दिस. अभी भी हो रहा नहीं हो रहा, वी डोंट हैव information on that, but what we have information is that yes, fixing has happened in the IPL.
100%. एंड या ये तो देखो भाई, कोई भी स्पोर्ट तो नहीं बोल सकते, बट जितना भी आप क्रिकेट का देख लो, इट्स देयर विद प्रॉब्ली समवेयर ऑन लाइन ऑलवेज कहीं ना कहीं तो छुपा हुआ है ये तो. या निशांत सांडू
The
लुक्स
dark
लाइक
arts.
looks like Raina Kate. Raina, yeah, I think a little bit like Raina. He does probably have that look in him. But yeah, tomorrow we will be previewing Gujarat Titans, the last year champions, and Punjab Kings, who are never the champions. But brrrah, you never know. This year could be the year of the Papes and the Pajis.
How do
And
you think Punjab, Delhi, RCB feel, man? Gujarat just comes in first year, they win the title. That is just like insult to injury, bro.
yeah, 100%. I think yeah, it's just question.
200%,
Yeah, it's question
300%, 400.
volume.
That's crazy. वो 15 साल से नहीं जीत रहे, 14 साल से नहीं जीत रहे, आके नई टीम आके उठा ली कप. That's crazy.
Yeah, पर देखना पड़ेगा कि क्या होता है. एंड टुमारो वी विल बी डिस्कसिंग गुजरात एंड पंजाब. अभी के लिए मैं और मुस्तफा अलविदा लेंगे आप लोगों से, बट कल फिर ज्वाइन होंगे विद टू न्यू टीम्स एंड देन द लास्ट टीम इज गोइंग टू बी द टीम दैट वी लव. सो उसका तो एक अलग ही मजा रहने वाला है विद हैदराबाद. या मुस्तफा, एनी लास्ट थॉट्स विद रिगार्ड्स टू मुंबई, चेन्नई, आईपीएल, एनीथिंग दैट्स गोइंग ऑन इन योर माइंड राइट नाउ?
I think let me just answer this question. While Kyle Jamieson fit with CSK at Chepauk, will kill Kyle Jamieson fit with CSK at Chepauk. His pace bounce type bowler. CSK prefers bowlers with cutters and variations. Sam Curran would have been perfect for CSK. I agree, but I don't think Jamieson is fit at all. Forget about fitting with CSK at Chepauk. He's not fit at all. But yes, I think but he is a talented bowler. He has skill, and Dhoni could exploit that skill. That's what I feel. So
Hmm.
he could have fit into the lineup, but I also agree with you that someone like a Sam Curran, who has played for CSK, has done well as well. That would be something they might have preferred. It's a good shot, Ditesh bhai. RCB feels nothing. Unko bahut support milta haar ke, and credit to the supporters, man. I think that's how it should be. Haro jeeto, aap back karte raho. Yeah, that's you have to learn to back your team. It's fine. I don't think I respect the fans in that sense. I think he like look.
I respect the fans, not the team, says Don. He says useless RCB. But yeah, है, यूजलेस तो है भाई। अगर आप इतने जबरदस्त प्लेयर ओवर द इयर्स लाके कुछ नहीं कर पाए भाई, हमारे हैदराबाद क्या टीम लेके जीती यार, लाइक टू बी वेरी ऑनेस्ट, क्या
I
टीम
was
लेके
watching
जीते?
that game yesterday, bro. I watched the half an hour highlights. RCB 100 for 9, 100 for 0 and 9 overs. 100 for
Hmm.
0 and 9 overs, chasing 208. Right? The equation was 68 of 40, 66 or something of 48.
Hmm.
And they had 7 wickets, 8 wickets, and AB de Villiers was coming into the crease. And they lost it from there. That is just unbelievable, man. I could not believe that. But yeah, but the fan base, I have nothing against, man. I think you have to stick to your
Yeah, yeah.
team. Like
What are
losing.
the fans going to do? They're only just going to come buy tickets and sit and cheer. That's all they can do, right?
For us,
They
it
can.
was easy, bro. Like Man United, they won so many when we started watching. Sunrise, Hyderabad, they won in the second year. Then they won again.
Yeah, but
Like
like the
it's easy for us.
first year was so bad. So don't remind me
Yeah,
of
but
that
first
first
day, a
year.
lot of people quit, bro. A lot of people quit after 2, 3 games. People only went to see Shahid Afridi, Gilchrist, Simons, and then they bounced. Nobody said second year. Nobody was watching. Then when they got in the finals, the whole of Hyderabad joined. So
Yeah.
it was easy, bro. It's these teams: Delhi, Bangalore, Punjab. Punjab, भाई क्या रो? Like हर वक्त पड़ जाते हैं. Every time they have hope. सड्डा
Yeah.
पंजाब बोल के उन लोग चलाते हैं. But you have to appreciate their fans. They back it. Like for Don,
Mon-
so simple, bro. When you started watching football, his team never lost a game. They were invincible.
Hmm.
This life is easy for me. United won like 8 Premier League trophies. I've seen them lift. You get tested now. Like as a United fan, I'm getting tested now. Sunrisers fans still like, bro, Fez. In the last 6 years, they've led the playoffs almost every single time, except for the last 2 years. Last
Hmm.
8 years, they low like they've always made the playoffs. It's easy, man, to back the
No
team. It's easy to wear
incentive
your orange
to
jersey.
no incentive to win for RCB fans like me are culprit. I support RCB till playoff, then support CSK. And
I
when the
think
finals,
you should just continue to support them. It doesn't matter, like they lose or win. You have to keep backing them because there's going to be a day, hopefully for you, that they lift the
but
trophy.
that's the
Yeah,
thing, right? Like I think that's what makes you a fan or a supporter, right? And like Don is there. He said I got tested lots of times with Arsenal in the past 19 years, right? I mean, it's just that connection and relatability. Like you can relate yourself to the club, right? आप जितने relatable रहते हैं आपको क्लब के साथ या आपके टीम के साथ, I think RCB is good in that aspect where you have Virat Kohli, AB de Villiers, and you relate कहीं ना कहीं हाँ भाई ये टीम की mentality मेरे जैसे है, and then you sort of see yourself in that team, you support them, you fight with your friends and stuff. But the day you win, the day that even that let it be one match, आप पूरा चढ़े आते सब पे. And Don is a like he's definitely one of them that he goes crazy because you don't have a lot of things to talk about. But the day you win a IPL or you win the Premier League, फिर तो भाई वो 19 years की struggle आपको एक भी दिन नहीं दिखेंगी. Like Liverpool भी
yeah,
अटके हुए थे बहुत साल तक, but then they
yeah.
got themselves out of it. So I think it's just that loyalty जो आपके साथ रहती ना, वो feeling अलग है जब
वो
loyalty
मुश्किल है यहाँ
finally
पे
comes.
इंडिया में लाने, बिकॉज
100%.
आरसीबी को भी अगर आप देखो क्यों सपोर्ट कर रहे हैं, बड़े प्लेयर आए हैं, बोलो उसको कोहली से उनको निकालो वो टीम में से, आते वो
आधे
पब्लिक.
आधे फैना चले आते, आधे फैना
तो
चले
ये
आते.
है.
विराट
मगर यू
राणा
गो.
विराट राणा भाई will be changing his team to wherever Virat
But
Kohli
you
goes.
see, Chelsea, when they didn't have anybody, they were still packed in Stamford Bridge. Now they have everybody. It's still packed in Stamford Bridge. You
Hmm.
look at Leeds United, when it was a championship, it was still packed. Now the Premier League, it's still packed. That's where,
Hmm.
like we can learn as fans as well. I think you need to
Yeah.
be there
Loyal.
till the end. But for us, it was always easy, bro. Like done 19 years, but he would have never done those 19 years if that invincible year wasn't there. लिख के ले लो. Henry नहीं था तो Don would never be an Arsenal supporter, bro. Same thing
I
with me.
mean,
I'm
I
not
think
picking and choosing.
no, but I think you do need an incentive to get in, right? You need to have an hero or something like एक hero आपका है, अरे भाई next है अपना player like. So I think वैसा भी अगर
But
आप
for
ले तो
us, it should
you
be
start.
easier because we're in the Indian Premier League. It just should be easier. जो भी आपका city है, support करो. If you
Yeah,
don't
that
have
is
a
true.
city, then it becomes tougher. Yes, I
That is
agree.
true. Yeah, that is
Yeah.
true. Yeah, that I'll agree with.
So,
Saying
yeah.
you do. Nuclear says you should support your team until the very end. Otherwise, there's no point in watching their every game and hoping they win. Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's what it is, right? No matter what, where and like Mustafa said, you have a city, right? Like you have Hyderabad, for example. You support Hyderabad. And that's why Sunrisers sells on. And yeah, I mean, you do it till the end. I will never support. I love Dhoni. I love watching him. If he smashes it, I'll respect it. I'll respect it as an opposition and I'll take it. But yo, it's still Chennai. So I don't. India के कलर में लाओ धोनी को, कोहली को, we'll all go bonkers. But when it comes to city, city is first.
If Dhoni comes out in the field, will you boo him? as a Sunrisers fan?
I will just clap him. I'll just clap him. I don't boo.
In England, if they're in England, if you're supporting the opposite team, they would do this when he comes onto the field. But they don't care if it's Dhoni, Kohli. It doesn't matter. You've seen the biggest players go to like Stoke City. They get booed the crap out of, man. It doesn't
But can you
matter.
explain what this is?
Wanker.
Wanker.
Yeah, they would do
Yeah.
that. So like they don't care. That's what I'm saying. I prefer that kind of thing. Like just be hostile as much as possible. It doesn't
वांकड़े
matter.
वांकड़े रे वांकड़े बोलेंगे जाके अपन वांकड़े.
Back your team till the end. Doesn't matter haro jeeto.
Yeah,
Matlab make it
exactly.
difficult for the opposition team.
You need
Yes,
to
don't
agonize. Yeah, you need to agonize. Be angry with them. You need to be happy with them. You need to be
don't
sad
go
with them.
like over like these sometimes they go drunk and they go overboard and racist. I'm not saying that, but I'm saying make it hostile.
Yeah, yeah. You
So,
face that, right? You face some kind of fans like that as well.
who me?
In yeah, you face someone in the UFC as well, right?
Yeah,
जब आप
like
देखने गए थे
I'm
तो
sure like
racism
even
हो
when
गया
you
था.
everybody will face
Albo,
this.
Dhoni, Kohli, whoever is not in the orange jersey. Yeah.
That's
क्या
the
लगता है
spirit.
भाई बेन स्टोक्स को बस बैटिंग के लिए ही खेलिया चाहिए सीएस को? डू यू थिंक
बस है
बेन
but आपके पास ऑप्शन नहीं है आप क्या कर सकते हैं वी डिडंट नो दैट व्हाट्स गोना हैपन एट दैट टाइम जब ऑक्शन था उसका नी ठीक था न्यूजीलैंड सीरीज के बाद नी और वो प्रॉब्लम हो गया एंड ब्रो सनराइजर्स बच गए आई वांटेड देम टू गो फॉर स्टोक्स बट द ऑलराउंडर बट आई थिंक दे हैव इनफ players to fill in the bowling slots and with the impact rule it'll ease that process so Ben Stokes as a batter I'll take him why not
Yeah,
why
100%.
not
Ben
bro
Stokes
pass
is a
ball for the
batsman.
win bro
And like what
huh
मुस्तफा जो बोला था अंशुल भाई के वो ओपनिंग आएगा अपना काम करेगा अपना बैस बॉल खेलेगा और वो घर चले जाएगा लाइक दैट्स ऑल ही गोइंग टू डू राइट एंड आई थिंक वो उतना ही बस से अगर वो 80-60 का स्टार्ट दे देता है चेन्नई को भाई फिर तो डेवन कॉनवे ये लोग तो काफी अच्छे हैं टू कंटिन्यू द इनिंग्स फॉर अ लॉन्गर पीरियड सो आई थिंक या
Yeah.
या
And जो
100%
हमको फॉलो कर रहे हैं प्लीज अभी जो देख रहे हैं वो यूट्यूब पे फैज वी अपलोडेड दैट वी रैंक द टॉप 10 ऑलराउंडर्स आल्सो हु वी थिंक वुड बी इन द
ऑलराउंडर
आईपीएल सो
स्टेडियम्स
उस पे
बस अब
जाके
तो
आप लाइक करो और कमेंट करो उसमें आपके कौन है रैंकिंग आप 1 to 10 रैंकिंग दो ऑलराउंडर्स के लिए वी पिक्ड वन ऑलराउंडर फ्रॉम ईच टीम and we rank them from 1 to 10 if there's going to be a lot of controversy of course but you don't have to agree with us just like it and comment with your
No
ranking
controversy, no fun, I guess. In Brooks, we found a gem. Kya blind bullet on. Pah. Kohli was once booed by MI fans. Then he complained that we also play for India. That's stupid. Then I guess you need to learn how to take hatred.
hostile of the like atmospheres रहते like
जॉन सीना जीता है और रॉयल रंबल पूरे पूरे जॉन सीना के अगेंस्ट के था एक आई थिंक एक रॉयल रंबल में जॉन सीना के अगेंस्ट थे पूरे एंड ही केम एंड ही वन you have to do it. My first season watching IPL, I didn't know any teams. I just supported Rajasthan Royals to win just because I heard from my elder cousin they won the first time. But with CSK, I felt the bond because of the player. Yeah, I mean, you have always some kind of an aspect where you have a connection through someone, right? Mustafa, when he started supporting Manchester United, I think it was Van Roy that he used to love. And he had a connection with him. If I'm not wrong, maybe it could be someone else.
with who
Van Roy used to love Van Roy, the
yeah
striker. Yeah, so like there was a connection there. I mean, you have some aspect why you start falling in love with the club, a particular kind of play that they do, or a player who plays his heart out. Like for me, it was Rooney. For Don, it was Henry. So like there's always that aspect where you have कहीं ना कहीं इसके वजह से इन्हें चाहिए ये टीम जिस तरीके से खेलती है इनकी जर्सी मेरे को अच्छी दिखी तो कुछ तो भी रहता है. But he's wearing red. Let him complain when he wears blue. Full support. Yeah, blue be Mumbai Indians guy. So, but yeah, when you wear the Indian colors, definitely we will support Virat Kohli. Before Virat Rana comes and starts getting angry on everybody. But yeah, my cousin was a KKR fan, and from the playoff that season in 2012, I supported CSK throughout from the playoffs, and from then and on, I started supporting CSK. I loved Hasi, Bravo and obviously Dhoni. Yeah, man, legends. DJ Bravo to next level. वो गाना निकाल के तो और मशहूर हो गया था उन्हें तो. But a big miss now, right, in the CSK lineup. DJ Bravo, Mustafa.
yeah man he was an absolute legend for them
Yeah.
I never liked CSK, man, and I always find that team irritating. I never liked them, never will like
And they
them.
always smash us, man. They always smash us. Like
Yeah,
I went to this match with one of our friends, Nihal and me were just looking like, "Yaar, should we just leave? Like, khalas, let's just go." Because they smashed some 200 in Rajiv Gandhi, and I'm like, just go, man. I don't want to watch this anymore because this absolutely killed us. इस
yeah.
बार सब आईपीएल टीम में कमी है एसआरएच में कम है
I think कम कमी है SRH में थोड़ा
Hmm.
ज़्यादा बैलेंस दिख रहा है. But the thing is, there are one or two injuries away of collapsing. That's the only thing I wish that doesn't happen. अगर भुवनेश्वर को इंजरी होगी, नटराजन को इंजरी होगी, who are injury prone players, that's where SRH will, have an issue. But if you look at the like ideal 11, it's top, man. It's different. It's like a proper T20 kind of team. Another issue with SRH, which we'll talk about, is experience as well. In pressure situations, they're not proven yet.
Yeah.
That's a problem that they're going to have. It's a very young team with a young captain as well, youngish captain. So I don't think that's what these are the two issues that they will have. But otherwise, if I look at it on paper, I'm very relaxed in terms of all the flexibility they have, the players that they have, and the resources that they can use. I think I'm happy with that. But these are the two concerns that I have with SRH. One is injuries, and the second is experience as well. Like Bhuvneshwar is probably
Wow.
the most experienced player, but batting wise, nahi hai utna.
वाकई मैच के बाद सीधा घर जाना है ना, सीधा इधर उधर पार्टी वाड़ी नहीं, इंजरीज पूरों को बहुत केयरफुली रखना, लाइक यू सेड we don't have that much
It is
depth
going to
also
be
in
more
the,
strenuous now. Remember, they're flying
yeah,
from
traveling, yeah,
home and away. And
yeah.
Sunrisers, if you see in the schedule, it's alternate home and I think three teams have that Sunrisers and two more teams where it's home and away. Home and away. They don't have back-to-back home games. Whereas RCB,
Hmm.
they have a couple of or two, three home games, and then it's all away games, and then they have a stretch at home. I think it's
Hmm.
maybe because of some elections going on over there in Karnataka, but they have a stretch. So it's going to be different for different teams. But for Sunrisers, that's
Yeah,
going to be an issue. They're going to be keep traveling, then coming home, traveling, then coming home, and it's not easy, bro. Like it
yeah,
adds to the
that's, yeah.
fatigue, and if you have an injury, you don't have time to recover. You have to pick up the flight and go. You can't be in the with the masseuse or something at that time. It's 4-5 घंटे तो रखते हैं, right? Travel में आजकल.
Yeah, बिल्कुल. Gajjubai is taking us a long time ago. He says Hayden का mongoose bat याद है क्या? And yeah, 100% वो bat अलग ही थी. छोटा bat, लंबा
Yeah, I
handle था.
remember that, bro. Oh, that
Next
was
level. And
crazy.
if Hashil was here right now and he heard that comment, he would have something to say.
The-
Uh,
that bat, it was all sweet spot. It was like all
yeah,
middle of
all.
the bat, if you
Even
remember.
Simons used it, right? For a brief period, if I'm
I
not
think
wrong.
so. Yeah, he
Yeah.
also used it.
RCB 6 home games together. Yeah, and that's smart, man. The way they, I don't know how they plan these things, right?
It's not. It's
But
because of the political thing. You have to do that. Like
ah,
you're forced to do it when you have elections and stuff. You got to like change the the scheduling like that. They didn't do it on purpose, and it's just like luck. I don't think
yeah,
there's much
Bhuvi
to it.
will be fresh. Let's see if he brings his best. Yeah, I'm considering that he's not played a lot of cricket recently. I hope he's fit and ready to go. I know there's always an injury problem with him, but yeah, hopefully we see the best of Bhubaneswar and Aiden at the wheel. I have a very big, bharosa hai boy pe. He's won under 19 and now he's won the SA T20. Let's just get an IPL and probably be the best captain ever for the Sunrisers.
Yeah, I have a question for everybody, including Fez. Fez, you can start off and everybody comment. Which place do you think for your team, right? Like now, our team is Sunrisers, so you can say for your team in the comments, whoever you're supporting, what is the toughest away game for you now in terms of atmosphere plus fixture wise? Which place you're going to go to travel and say, "Bhai, यहाँ पे जीतना थोड़ा मुश्किल है." What's going to be hard?
Away, merely, I think always RCB is going to be tough because they built the
भाई
ground
वहां पे
should
फाइनल में जाके ठोके घुस के उधर
okay,
चिन्नस्वामी
but
में
अभी जो तरीके का टीम है उस हिसाब से बोल रहा हूँ मैं, like अपने का ने वो वाले
फोड़ देंगे आरसीबी को.
बेटर unless Harry Brook goes next level mental and hits a
We're gonna go
200.
ham on them. Look, we've had inconsistent results and thing, but for me, it's the Chepok, bro.
Yeah, that's what
The
Don said as
Chep-
well. I was
yeah,
going with
Chep.
Chepuk. I was going with Chepuk, but it's too
It's
like
too
for
tough,
me.
bro.
It's just like, but I also feel this year. Listen,
Yeah, I know what you're gonna say. Ahmedabad,
no
Gujarat, Narendra Modi Stadium.
Harry Brook is going to score a 200 in the IPL.
200 in the IPL.
He's gonna go crazy in one match. I don't know why I feel he's gonna go mental.
200. 200. That was random, but yeah, like I mean, so for you it's RCB. I think more also atmosphere wise, you find that intimidating.
Atmosphere,
They're
yeah.
always for me CSK. I think it's tough, man. It's always hard to go over there. KKR at times the Eden Gardens is difficult. Also, Gujarat could be tough.
Gujarat could
So
be
yeah.
tough. Yeah.
Player of the
Gujarat.
tournament, Mayank. Let's go, man. It's crazy how I didn't care about him last year. Now he's my opener, bro. My number one batsman, Mayank Agarwal. And watch out for Abhishek Sharma, man. He's been trained by Yuvraj Singh. He has some tricks in the kitty, and we saw some glimpses. I think he's going to play as a pinch hitter, and he might go ham, bro. He might kill it for us, hopefully. These are all crazy predictions, but I don't know. CSK is Anshul bhai. Anshul bhai, आप support किसको करते? Sorry, I forgot. Chirag bhai, if you can keep one end going, we have solid players around that can go bonkers. Maza aa jayega. Kaleen bhaiya, bro. Mirzapur, Rahul Tripathi.
uh,
Scored 20.1 in yo-yo test.
क्या
Oh
बात
shit.
है.
RCB always some way makes it to the playoffs and then releases the goodbye video on their YouTube channel when they lose the first match. I've seen it way too many times. I saw it in the last few years as well. When is the chasing the target fantasy opening up? I think tomorrow or day after.
We're trying to learn the game
Me
right
and
now.
Fez, we need to work tomorrow. We have 2 long days ahead. I'm already feeling the pressure. So, but yes, we have to start this. I'm going through the rules right now, and hopefully Fez can help me. And we will start the league. We'll put the league code on Twitter, Instagram, and hopefully tomorrow or day after we can share it. Tomorrow, I think we should be able to share it. And Thursday, we'll do a video live also. I think explaining the rules of the fantasy and maybe we could have a draft if possible.
अंशुल भाई सर सीएसके एंड आरसीबी अब की वजह से मैं हम लोग की वजह से हम लोग तो हैदराबाद सपोर्ट करते. डू यू रेट ब्रायन लारा एज एन एसआरएच कोच?
I mean, this is the first time he's going to be head coach, so I can only rate him after the season. So that I really can't answer that right now in terms of head coaches. This is the first time.
Nuclear, his first season, gotta see what he can come up with. Yep. Lucknow says Gajju bhai. Gajju bhai, a Lucknow fan, so we've got a KL Rahul supporter in the house.
Is he a Lucknow fan?
Yeah. Or is he saying that Lucknow is the toughest atmosphere?
Maybe.
Mm.
When Rohit said he will send players early to England, did he mean Kohli will leave early? Kyunki RCB too. It could be, man.
But considering last year, he shouldn't say that.
I think whoever doesn't make the playoffs, he's going to send, or they're going
He
to send
has
the team.
to. Yeah, they
management.
should. I hope they do
That's
that.
what will happen. Whether that's him also, then he has to bounce as well.
Yep.
I can easily see Rohit Sharma not available for the World Test Championship final. I just hope that doesn't happen, but I could see that just looking at the past track record.
Yeah, West Indies danger हो गई T20 में. Yeah, I mean Romario Shepherd एंड में आके 44 और 22 मारा है और नेक्स्ट लेवल
आपका प्लेयर था लास्ट ईयर.
अब ये साल भी अपन को लखनऊ में है. कहाँ है कि विसॉय रोमारियो शेपर्ड. एक तो इतने टीमा इतने नामा याद आ रहे भूल जा रहे भाई किसका अपन.
Nicholas Puran 41 of 19. Man's in form. Man's not hot. Never hot. Take off your jacket. Oh,
I'm
damn,
excited about
bro.
the IPL fantasy videos. Please do some streams. Yeah, we will be doing it. Nuclear. We're going to just trying to learn that game boosters and boosters. Kya
So there's 5 boosters. There's 5 boosters this time. Last time there's like 55 boosters, bro. So it's a bit easier, I think, from what I can see. We'll go through the rules. We'll take it step by step. It'll be a bit confusing, but there's going to be 140 transfers. I would aim for like average 2 transfers a game. It'll be a bit different to fantasy, whereas I think in fantasy you'll have to have balanced teams. For the week over here, you'll have to change your team every week. I think you have to start off with 6-7 players who are playing that game and then slowly transfer out. I also have to see how many free transfers you're allowed in a day, because sometimes the uncapped players you can have a free transfer. That's one thing I have to check. क्या बोल रहे KL जल्दी जा रहा.
Yes sir, KL जल्दी जाना है. KL जाया तो भी खिलाना थोड़ी उसको.
KL is going to go in the playoffs. Lucknow, I think, will go in the playoffs. He's not going to go early, bro.
If Rohit gets injured, I really want Kohli to lead. Do you plan on doing any watch along for some games? It would be better for you to cover from the second inning. Yeah, it'll be draining, and like if it's like a crazy super over situations, we'll definitely get our phones out live. Jahan bhi hai baith ke dekhna hai, or like I can't wait, man. Mustafa says he's stressed, but he's also partly like excited stressed, right? Like for the
it's a fun stress. I like the stress, bro. It's not that kind of stress where like
it's not that stress that we had 2007 World Cup, 2011 World Cup, where hearts were stopping and stuff.
Or when you have to go to a party when there's 50 people and like you don't know like half of them. It's not that kind of stress. This is like we know this. This is our time, bro. This is our time to create content. This is our time to engage with people. Football and cricket is going to go wild from next week. And it's gonna be good.
भाई सूर्या को हमारे इंटरनेशनल बॉलर का करियर खराब ना कर दे. Yeah,
it's part of the game. I mean, T20 is a type where bowlers will think, but like, you have to be mentally strong and come back. And hopefully, like, that's what players learn from, even if they get hit. If you see Siraj, man, he's a really good example. I think the way Kohli backed him, it's been outstanding, because Siraj was really leaking runs in T20, especially in the IPL. First for Sunrisers, then even for RCB. But now he's like, some of the spells he has in the IPL. I remember one against KKR. Then for India also in T20s and one days, also along with the red ball cricket, the way he's bowling is incredible. So I think that's what it is. You gotta keep backing your
Thick
talent. If
skin.
you're going
Thick
to have
skin
backing,
develop करना है.
Stuart
You need to
Broad got hit for six sixes in over.
sixes. And
Now,
look at
like
him
you
now
know,
in New Zealand.
yeah,
Yeah.
bro, he's gonna end like his career on a high. Like so, you gotta be, you gotta come back from it. It's very difficult, but you have to come back from it and be strong.
Yeah, hopefully that's the plan. Nuclear, we're just prime time for content and growing the channel and settling in for the long run. Hopefully, somehow I don't see Surya doing good this time in the IPL. I think he will do good, Chirag Bhai, because it's redemption time for him based on the 50-over format
I changed my
performances. Right?
pick for Mumbai. Ishan Kishan is going to be the highest score because this guy gets things right, man. Whatever he says, I'm going with him, bro. Like he gets his predictions right, so I'm going to Ishan Kishan in the leading scorer.
Oh my god. No, I still feel like Surya Kumar is going to do decent because of he needs redemption, right? He needs to get redeemed from somewhere to get into that World Cup squad, and this is his opportunity. If he fails in IPL, Mustafa, he's not going to the World Cup. Though that is the whole topic about 20 overs or 50 overs, but even if at least they could,
Even if he gets
even if you can
orange cap,
argue, even if you can argue that he at least had a good IPL.
yeah, but look. That's the thing. I still feel that he should go regardless. But I don't think he even if he has a good IPL, that's gonna give him the number one starting 11 spot. I
It
don't
won't give
think.
him the numbers, but it'll give him some kind of fighting momentum. Ke bhai, he did perform in the IPL. Look at the way he's striking
You
the
know
ball and
what the
stuff.
problem? You know
And
what
agar
the
injury
problem?
ho gayi, and injury agar ho gayi, to then he walks in, right? So.
You know what the problem is going to be? What I think the problem will be?
Mm,
Gaikwad might have a crazy IPL. We might kill it. Okay,
mm,
doesn't get picked for the World Cup. Shubman Gill gets two ducks in the first two games in the World Cup. Everybody's gonna say Gaikwad ko kyun nahi khilai, Gaikwad ko kyun nahi khilai, Gaikwad ko nahi khilai. This is the problem. But I think you gotta stick to your guns. Whoever you're backing in one-day cricket, stick to them, whether they're failing and thing, and have some flexibility to move. So this is why you create a squad. It doesn't mean you stick with that 11. Sabko lambi rasi do. No, like when if the guy has three ducks, then you bring somebody else in. Have some scope for switching as well. That's what I
पहले
feel.
सूर्य एक रन तो बना, एक बज का जुबाई बोलते हैं, वो तो सही है, बट T20 में तो रन्स बना रहा है. एंड अगर धवन का आईपीएल अच्छा
तो
जाता
ये
है
भी
तो गिल
प्रॉब्लम है,
का
ये भी है.
हाँ.
धवन भी भूल गया.
अभी
So
इसमें
bro,
क्या है, अब इसमें क्या है, इधर रोहित शर्मा का स्टैंड देखना पड़ेगा. एक तो ये होगा कि हम फॉर्मेट्स नहीं बदलते, बट आप कर चुके वो फॉर्मेट बदल के आप सूर्या कुमार को टेस्ट टीम में ला चुके, राइट? तो आपकी जो माउथ का क्या जबान की जो क्या बोलते कीमत या जो भी बोलते आप जबान बराबर आप वो नहीं उस पे नहीं रहते, जबान पे नहीं रहते. सो आई थिंक दैट इज गोना बी अ वेरी बिग कॉल वर्ल्ड कप के टुवर्ड्स. अगर आईपीएल से आप अगर टीम ले रहे हो या प्लेयर्स ले रहे हो, देन भाई वो वीडियोस के अभी से मुझे दिख रहे हैं कि भाई दे विल स्टार्ट कटिंग, वो प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस का कट निकालेंगे और हर जगह वो चिपकाएंगे कि हम फॉर्मेट्स नहीं मिक्स करते. तो या
yeah, if you haven't seen, guys, I would recommend you to watch the Shikhar Dhawan interview on Aaj Tak. It was like a 45-50 minute interview, one-on-one, and it was like a black background. It was a very intense setup, but the way he answered the questions was really good. I really admired him, and he said himself, "Ki bhai, Shubman Gill is better than Shikhar Dhawan right now. He deserves it spot in that one-day team." The way he said it, I know, like बास लोग बोलते बोलने के लिए बोल देते, but he to give an interview and admit that
जेन्युइनिटी
on
दिख के
live,
आता है, या जेन्युइनिटी
yeah,
दिख के आता है.
like it takes guts also to say that, right? Like and
Yeah.
what he's also doing is, remember, he's also making it easier for the team management to drop him again and not pick him again, because he's saying, "Bhai,
Hmm.
NH bol diya ki Shubman Gill is better than me, kai ko lena bol ke." So he's
Hmm.
risking his own position there, because if he does have a good IPL, yeah, he always has a chance to come back into the team. But he said himself, "Bro, Shubman Gill deserves it more than me in the team, in the one-day team." He is playing all three formats. I was playing only one format. He was doing well, and he scored as well a double hundred. Ishan Kishan also scored a double hundred, so that was proven right. Like me getting dropped, of course, थोड़ा सा upset होते ये वो बोल रहा था उन्हें, but I'm also older now, more mature. I think that interview you should watch it, and it's a good learning experience for all of us, because like we all get pissed off if we're playing a sport, even if it's a small league. We get pissed off when we don't get forget about getting dropped. We get pissed off अगर over नहीं मिलता हमारे को या batting नहीं मिलता.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
this is what sportsmanship is. You got to be happy for your teammates. You got to see who is best for the team. I know it's very easy to say, but you got to feel like कोई भी रन दो, फैज रन दो या मैं रन दो, अगर हमारे को एक ओवर नहीं मिल रहा, सबको दुखी रहती. But you have to overcome that, and I think you learn that with age.
I think
That,
yeah. Also the fact that he's play. I mean, I could say that he's played so much cricket, इसलिए उन्हें उतना बोल दे रहा हूँगा
नहीं फिर भी
probably.
भाई इफ यू प्लेइंग ओवर क्रिकेट पीपल विल से भाई आई मेरे को इतना एक्सपीरियंस मेरे को खिलाओ भाई
Hmm.
इरफान पठान गंभीर से ऑल these guys were pissed when Dhoni dropped them out of the squad. They all said कि we could have played longer indirectly,
Hmm.
right? So not everybody gives interviews like that. Like if you ask Irfan Pathan right now, ask him who's his favorite captain, he'll say Rahul Dravid. He won't say MS Dhoni. The man I mean ready, bro. So
मैं
that's what I'm
मतलब
saying. Like
पूछूंगा.
I respect that from Shikhar Dhawan.
Warner, Dhawan, and Kohli, I see these three doing good. Are India the only team whose coaches or their captain don't pick the squad? Yeah, I think Pakistan also is the same, where they have selection selected and stuff. But usually, isn't the board and the committee the one who's picked the picks the
On
team
the board,
also?
you have a selection committee in India who's supposed to
Yeah.
pick. But I'll tell you one thing: when Virat Kohli and Ravi Shastri were on the thing, the selection committee was not picking the team. It was Virat Kohli and Ravi Shastri was picking the team. So it depends on the current situation in the board, and it depends on the captain and coach. But I can almost confirm that it wasn't the selectors who were picking the India team when those two were in charge.
हम्म. धवन कितना भी अच्छा कर ले उसको नहीं लेगा अब इंडिया टीम में probably but like उनको चांस भी मिला था fair enough after the T20 World Cup as well so
He
he
said
did
that
not
also. He said
improve.
मैं न्यूजीलैंड में अच्छा नहीं खेला and
Hmm.
Shubman Gill like निकल के आ रहा था and he was playing all three formats and he's younger than me. He has age on him and he's batting really well. So why not like go with them? So
Yeah,
and I agree with that. I think that they should look to the future. You already have experience of Rohit Sharma, Virat Kohli, Hardik Pandya. These guys are experienced players. So you don't need to go all experience. You need to mix it with youth. That's what I always said.
by the way, what is wrong with Kohli in the IPL? I
Oh,
always
sorry.
see in the news that how many records he's breaking with India, but with RCB, he is underperforming massively. Yeah, apart from that, 2016, you could probably say that 2016 was the time where he scored 900 plus runs, nuclear, but like there is a lot of dependency on this guy as well. You have to understand, like it's impossible for someone to keep performing at that level like, each year and each thing. And yeah, I mean, for me, he's done all right with RCB. So what do you think?
I think as a captain and player, he would have liked to do more. He will say that, yes, like, I tried my best and everything, which is true, but he would have liked to do a bit more. Again, like, like he had the best individual season that any batter has ever had, those 900 runs. But I think not winning the trophy that year will still haunt him. So
Yeah,
that's
hundred
the
percent.
thing. So that's the thing. Like, yeah, individually, he's had some really good moments. He's had some really good seasons. But as a collective, if you look at overall, I think he's underachieved in the IPL. But big great players go through that. I think hopefully he can end with the IPL with the win as well. Like
ये है
Sachin
भाई ये.
Tendulkar, Sachin Tendulkar कब debut करा इंडिया के लिए?
1988, 89.
He won his first World Cup in 2011.
Hmm.
And his only World Cup. A player like that has only one World Cup. Where you got your boy Ricky Ponting, who you like always idolize. He's won like 3 World Cups just like that, bro.
I now I idolize Meg Lanning.
No, like the way you implement yourself, like on the field and everything, you
Yeah.
like reporting. You're very thing. You don't give a crap, right? Like तुम चिल्ला भी देते, ये भी कर देते, वो भी करते. It's very Ricky Ponting-esque. You base yourself on Ricky Ponting the way you play, and he's won 3 World Cups. Sachin has won one, so it's okay.
So yeah, this is also very good shout from Anshul bhai who बोले we spoke about Dhawan and all, but Sanju के लिए IPL कितना important मुस्तफा? संजू
भाई फर्क नहीं पड़ता उसकी फैन फॉलोइंग देखो भाई
अरे बैगन की फैन फॉलोइंग यार अगर टीम में नहीं तो क्या क्या
मैं लास्ट रजनीकांत का देखा था फैन फॉलोइंग मजाक नहीं करूं इट
मैं लास्ट
डजंट
अज्जू भाई का देखा था.
संजू सैमसन अगर वहां पे बैल्कनी में बैठ के पादा भी मार रहा तो इट डजंट मैटर दिस गाय विल ऑलवेज नथिंग इज करियर डिफाइनिंग दिस गाय हैज टू मच बैकिंग उन्हें एक मार दो भाई एक 50 मार दो एक सेंचुरी मार दो खत्म.
But yeah, very honestly, जो states से उन्हें आता Kerala, they're heavy on sports. They love their football and the cricket.
Bro, I haven't
Central,
seen a fan following like that. I'm telling you, in cricket, this is bigger. He just needs to get in the Indian team. He'll have a bigger fan following than anybody you'll see. I'm talking about Virat Kohli, Dhoni, because bro, Virat Kohli and Dhoni have earned their fan following. This guy really, like, I'll be very honest with you, he still hasn't performed on that level that we expect
yeah,
him to perform,
yeah.
and he has a fan following like that. Imagine he starts winning
Because
matches
that's
for
one thing.
India.
The state Kerala is very
भैया
high on
अगर उन्हें
sports.
आईपीएल और वर्ल्ड कप जीत गया
I
ये साल तुम लिख के ले लो
भाई
दिस गाय इज गोइंग टू बी above everybody in terms
I'll
of
tell
fan
you what it
following.
is. I'll tell you his future. He wins the IPL. He wins the World Cup. He gets into politics. He becomes the chief minister of Kerala. खत्म है भाई.
I've never seen fan following like that, bro. Sanju
सेंट्रल
Samson.
कॉन्ट्रैक्ट तो दिया है धवन को. आई थिंक देयर इज एन आउटसाइड चांस, बट आई एग्री विद मुस्तफा भाई टू लुक अहेड. या फेयर इनफ. लास्ट सीजन without the captaincy I thought finally Kohli will be back with his best, but for the first time in his career he got two ducks in a row. He might be a backup opener if Ishan Kishan doesn't give confidence. He is overrated in my opinion, says Chirag Bhai. Sanju Samson. I'm still gutted with the loss of
Yeah, he
Duplessis.
is overrated because he has like a fan following second to Rajnikant, bro. But there is something maybe the fans see in him. I agree, but like he's a very
I
talented
mean,
player.
he
But right
is
now he's
skilled,
overrated.
but he's just
Yeah,
not
very
abhi tak.
talented.
Yeah.
Overrated to have fast because he's not scoring those runs that we need him to score, right? Like the talent
Yeah.
that he has, yes, I think he can score way more. So you can say that. I agree with
I'm
you.
still gutted with the loss of Duplessis. I was so angry when we lost Duplessis in the mega auction, and I thought it will cost us. The leadership and heavy hitting played a big role for our season. Yeah,
Nothing can get
100%.
worse than Rashid Khan leaving there, and we don't care. We're going to come. We're going to be against him. We're going to be supporting
Yeah,
our team. So just
hundred
don't worry
percent.
about it. Nothing can be
Yeah,
worse than that, bro. It was the best spinner in the world we let go of, man.
this
Faf du
shall.
Plessis still towards
th-
the end of the season. He's
eh,
not playing international cricket. He's not playing consistent cricket. He's still, yeah, a very good player. I really like Faf du Plessis. And a lot of people don't know this. I like Faf better than AB, but like this is just my opinion. I think AB is the best batsman I've ever seen, but I prefer Faf as a player. I really like Faf du Plessis.
in the
I've met
words
him
of,
also. He's a
in
very
the words
chilled guy.
of,
He's a very
sorry, yeah, go
chilled
ahead.
guy. Where I met him and everything. A very nice guy as well, and very calm, composed. But bro, nothing can get worse than Rashid Khan leaving. At that time.
Like in the words of
And we
Babar
won a
Azam,
damn
right?
trophy, bro, over there in Gujarat.
In the words of Babar Azam, this too shall pass. So everything that comes will pass. And yeah, I'm
What
100%.
about
Rashid
Nawaz
Khan
where
तो रहने
match
दो.
winner है?
वो भी नहीं हुआ देखो. That also passed. So I think इस IPL से यार एक या दो फास्ट बॉलिंग ऑलराउंडर बन जाए भाई तो इंडिया के काम है 100%. और वही आई थिंक शिवम दुबे was what Mustafa was banking on to become the all-rounder.
Yeah, Shivam Dube, Venkatesh Iyer, baby. Let's get them back in business. Let's get
Mm.
those wickets and everything. But bro, like one thing I will say under Dhoni, if Shivam Dube performs, right, don't take that as indicator. I've seen
I'm
so
getting
many
it.
players
Yeah.
like Unatkat killed it, right? For
Jogendra Sharma killed it.
yeah, Joginder Sharma. और उन्हें कौन था? Manpreet Dhoni, bro. He was like bowling like
Oh.
freaking Alan Donald stuff. उन्हें आया हमारे पास खित्ता पिटा भाई. So yeah, take that as an artificial growth.
No IPL trophy, never won orange cap. By the end of the season, only scored 500 plus two times in 10 years of his career. Don't know what people see. Sanju ke against hai Chirag Bhai, but Sanju or KL Rahul, the more criminal Chirag Bhai. Go.
Neither
Ishan
are
Kishan will
criminal, bro.
Ishan Kishan will remain a special place in my heart because when he did score the fastest 50 as an opener last season, that day played the triple point chip. Oh, fantasy, baby. These are fantasy
Yo,
points.
Nuclear, I'll tell you something. The best ever moment of my life was when I played the triple captain on Kevin De Bruyne last year, and he scored 4 goals. That will never be surpassed by me. I don't think I'll get a feeling like that ever. Faiz,
And he doesn't play much domestic apart from IPL, just as Sarfaraz performed. Yeah, Sanju Samson doesn't play that much when you compare it to Sarfaraz, but Sarfaraz has
but
had an okay
Sanju is
captain
also part of the
IPL
Indian
wise.
squad. He's traveling. He's in the India A team and everything like that. So that's why you don't see him as much on the domestic level. But bro, the guy has a fan following, man. He's the most popular guy like in Indian cricket. Like I haven't seen a fan
Fan
following like that.
following, the word of the day, fan following. What to
Imagine
buy
केरला
Mustafa?
का franchise था भाई.
Oh,
The like just
था ना
with that following.
कोची
Yeah, मगर
टस्कर्स थे
अभी
ना.
अगर रखे और उसको कैप्टन बनाए, they would have a crazier atmosphere than Rajasthan.
Probably, yeah. Baby Lakshman ने राशिद खान को निकलवाया SRH से, says Gajju bhai, and Nuclear said that KDB 4 goals ruined his week in FPL.
They made my life.
But yeah, that pretty much wraps it up. We've got Punjab and Gujarat to do tomorrow. We've got shorts to do. We've got reels to do. We've got fantasy K reels to do. A
Yeah.
lot of more content coming up from Chasing the Target. Do stay tuned, subscribe, like and share. Everybody share करो और सबको लाओ, सबको बैठक बनाओ, वॉच अलोंग करेंगे, सब करेंगे, यहाँ पे हंगामा होगा. But till then, tomorrow we will have our guest Mustafa bhai back. Guest कहते हैं ही अपने host हो. And probably try and get a few guests tomorrow. Punjab, considering Punjab is going to come up, if we can, we'll definitely try to get someone on. Till then, everyone, take care, stay safe, and yeah, keep chasing the target, and hopefully to see you tomorrow.